Welcome to the Samwelb 12 experience,
where we have you covered for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Watching the Samwelb 12 experience.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? Here we go again. Baseball season is among us, and I know we've been so busy with hockey, but hey, we had to take a break. We had to get things set and get our first ball game under the belt. Triton, you're coming in with a freeze already. I can't even say hello, and you're dropping a freeze just like that. All right, here you go, Triton. And welcome in, buddy. Dallas, what's going on? Welcome in. Joey, how's it going? Welcome in. Christina G, what's up? Lucas, hello. Daniel Barry, what's up? John B in the house. John B making some great points here early on. Alex, what's up? Emoji, what's up? Spencer, Axeman, welcome in one and all. If you're watching in Ninja, thank you so much for joining us. George, what's going on? Go Astros. Here we go again. Hopefully, well, the Astros had a pretty darn good night last night. 10-0, no-hit shutout. Wow, it was amazing. The Jays looking to bounce back here today. And wow, what's going on? Joey, I will definitely tell him. Janelle, what's going on? Welcome in. George wants a sweep. He's pulling the brooms out. Theo, what's going on? You know it. Multi-sport, we got to do it. We got a ton of streams coming up. We're going to talk about that all night. Phil, what's going on? How's the ticker going from last night? It's pretty good. It was a good test. But we got baseball here, and before this first pitch is thrown out, let's talk about our starting pitchers tonight. Oh, Valdez, he's in here against the Jays superstar, Jose Barrios. And Barrios, what can you say about Barrios? Last year wasn't the best. He went 11 wins, 12 losses with a 3.65 ERA. But Valdez, for the Astros, he also went 12-11 with a 3.45 ERA. This season, however, in the one start Valdez had, he did not pull it out. A 5.79 ERA. He went 4.2 innings pitched. Not good for him, but good for the Blue Jays. Barreros, our superstar, picking up a win in his first outing, getting a 3 ERA, and he went 6 innings with 6 strikeouts. So we're going to see what he can do today with the potential lineup that we're going to see. Noah, welcome in. Noah, there you go. Joey, Noah, Joey. There you go. Welcome in. All right, who are we going to see for the Blue Jays? The expected lineup, it's going to be Springer, Guerrero Jr., Bichette, Turner, Schneider,
Let's
Kirk,
go.
Clement. Janelle coming in with that subscribe. Thank you so much, Janelle. Kirk, Clement, Keener, Falefa, and Kiermaier. And by the way, Clement, he's really impressed me. I'm happy. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing of Clement so far. Happy to see Schneider back. We know there have been a lot of changes, and this team is going to find their way. They certainly will. For the Astros, I got to get on my glasses because this is way too small. We're going to flip it over in a moment to the game screen and get set, but let's go through their lineup. Here we go. Hey, I can see Altove, Alvarez, Tucker, not Darcy Tucker, Bergman, Diaz, Abreu, McCormick, Pena, and Caratini. That is going to be the lineup for the Astros. It would be pretty impressive if Darcy Tucker was here playing for the Astros. But this is going to be a good game. Of course, the Astros, like I said, 10-0. They gave it to the Blue Jays, but good last night, picking up the no-hitter. So we got to turn this one around. It's nice that Bichette is back in the lineup. He was suffering from some neck spasms, and he is good to go. So that's pluses all around. You'll see over here a few stats, only a couple of games in the books, so you can't really look too much into the stats as of yet. But hey, it's going to make a big difference. The Jays have shown already they can hit the ball and hit the ball hard. They've gone Yard, Guerrero, he looks okay. This team looks okay. I think there's a lot of promise in this team, and I hope you all think that as well. But again, we're only a couple of games in. The Jays right now, 2 wins and 3 losses. Houston is 1-4 in that big 1 win for the Astros coming last night. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're all in it. They're going to be able to pull it out. Let's go to the game screen. And here we go. We're testing a lot of things out, so we might have to move some pieces around. That's usually what happens with the first stream of the year. Got to figure out what's working and what's not. So let's see how this is going to go. Marner feet up and ready to go. I like that. I hope Marner's going to be ready to go. Davey boy, what's going on? We need to turn it around tonight. That's right. Let's make it 3-3 tonight. Set ourselves up. Put us in a glorious spot. But I'm happy with this team. This team, they're showing that they have a lot of potential. When are you going to cover Darcy? I mean, the Leafs again. David, what's going on? You're very welcome. David, we're going to be right back tomorrow night. So listen to this. Can I get this in before the first pitch? Listen to this, if I get the right side. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we're going doubleheader, baby. We got the Leafs in Tampa Bay at 7. Immediately following that game, we have the Edmonton Oilers in the Dallas Stars. Doubleheader Wednesday night. Then Friday, it's blacked out in most regions, but we're going to figure out how to make this work. Friday night, one of the best games. With the last time we saw these two teams play, it was incredible. The Edmonton Oilers and the Colorado Avalanche. That's going to be Friday night. We're going to figure that one out. Saturday night, it's an all-Canadian doubleheader. That's right. It's the Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. Then it's the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. So we got doubleheader Wednesday, doubleheader Saturday, an incredible game on Friday, and it doesn't stop there. Monday, the Leafs in the Penguins. Tuesday, the Leafs and the Devils. Thursday, the Leafs and the Devils again. It's going to be crazy. Hockey streams coming out of all areas. It's going to be a blast. That's right, Dallas. It's going to be mayhem, but I cannot wait. So we got lots of hockey coming up, lots of hockey going down the stretch. So David, we have you covered. And of course, we will get some baseball sprinkled in. We wanted to make sure we got at least one in here before we go playoff crazy with the NHL. And boy, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Leafs and Flames will win this Saturday. It's going to be such a fun doubleheader. Oh, I cannot wait. Those are going to be two fantastic games. Of course, the Maple Leafs are chasing the Boston Bruins. There's a chance we could catch them, which would be amazing. That's right, Phil. I gotta start. I'm going on the Celine Dion tour routine. No talking during the day. The teas, the herbs, all the good stuff. No, not really. But hey, it is going to be so much fun here on the channel as we are going to go at it and go at it hard. We will have you covered across the board. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. But tonight, it's baseball night. So as you're coming in, hit that thumbs up button, that little like you like. It's free to do, and it helps us out so very much. All right, let's get this game started. Let's see where things are going. Let's, you know what we like to do. We got to, we got to figure out. See, already we got our first technical glitch. And it's not a technical glitch, it's user error because Sam doesn't know what he's doing.
Get a closer look at him as
Here
he's loosening up to start this game.
So here's Springer. He was the only Blue Jay to reach base last night. He walked in the first.
And you will notice some of the stats we see on the screen will be slightly ahead of the call, just the natural delays in technology.
An all or nothing.
But let's enjoy. Jerry, what's going on? Welcome in.
17 runs in the 2 wins. Only 3 runs total in the 3 losses.
That's right. Redemptions are still
really
available. We got a bunch of Blue Jay redemptions. You are earning points as long as you're here chatting. You are still earning points. You can check them by doing exclamation mark points in the chat.
And you can see the movement on that fastball. That's the 2-seamer. Springer gets a piece of it, but he grounds out to second.
Victoria, how's it going? Welcome in.
Fastballs in all of baseball, and it's like a bowling ball, and he doesn't want to throw it awfully hard.
So Springer able to put that one down on the dirt, but not able to beat that one out.
And all Springer could do was hit a weak ground ball to the second baseman. That's the kind of movement he wants to see on his 2-seamer. That's when he's at his best.
Morgan wants that home run.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Big Vlad, can he do it? No, he's going to put that one in the dirt too.
His left is the shortstop Jeremy Pena.
He beat it out. No, come on.
First, 2 down.
Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. That looked real close. Vladdy hustling down the line.
It was a routine out, but Vladdy hustling down the line made it bang, bang. But
Buck, I just said that.
We talked about ground balls with Framber Valdez on the mound, and that's what he's gotten for the first 2 outs of the game.
So close on the slow-mo.
By Vladdy.
B. Disney, what's going on? Welcome in.
So 2 outs on 3 pitches for Valdez, and here's Bo Bichette back in the lineup.
Big Bo, let's go. What do you know? First pitch. Ooh.
Tough to hit, tough to catch.
You know, it's funny. One of the toughest pitches I ever had to catch was a left-hander.
Shady Lane, what's going on? Welcome in.
And he threw a sickened fastball that was just wicked. And you never really know how much it's going to move or when it's going to break.
Victor Caratini, the catcher, in his first year with the Astros, just getting to know the guys.
Bo's going to hit this in. It's a base hit for Big Bo.
The first hit that the Blue Jays have had in this series. Welcome back,
Welcome
Bo.
in, buddy.
Yep, absolutely, and that's a patented Bo Bichette base hit right there. The pitch is away from him, and you can see that movement took it.
Good piece of hitting there by Bichette.
But the interesting thing about that ball, it didn't sink. It just ran across the plane of the bat, and that's why Bo was able to get on top of it and get the line drive to right.
Phil, I never played.
So now Justin Turner.
I tried pitching. I stood at the bottom of the driveway.
And the big day Sunday against
my
the
dad
Rays,
stood over the plate.
And
we put a hockey net up to catch the ball, typical Canadian. First pitch came in, hit him in the hip. I'm like, I'm done. But I love throwing the ball.
Shading him up the middle on the infield.
Tristan, what's going on?
Playing him around to the opposite field a little bit over
chopped
to right
wide.
center. There's a lot of room in the left center. As you often see here, especially when the Astros are in the field.
I had a good laugh. You started a big debate over on Facebook on the Brad Marchand reel. Your comment was so funny, and you sparked such amazing comments. Some of them were inappropriate, so I deleted them. But kudos to you, my friend. Sparking some serious engagement.
Stays alive.
Yeah, that's that breaking ball that he will throw. And the changeup, he will throw a fairly firm changeup. It'll be in the upper 80s, 88, 89. but his sinking fastball.
It's so true. If any of the comments bother you, please let me know and I'll have
That's
them.
too hard for that sinker. It just doesn't have time to sink.
Turner going to foul this one
It
back.
just moves like crazy, though.
Yeah, you know what? And you can't really teach that. It's kind of a natural thing. Just happens to be where the guy.
So Turner
has the
last
hand
year
action that creates that sink.
He averaged. Can't speak. His batting average was 276. He was just shy of 100 RBIs, and he had 23 home runs. So hopefully he'll give us a nice little boost. This one
Third in
down
the
and
American League in innings last year at 198 and a third. Only Garrett Cole and Chris Bassett threw more. 15 postseason starts in his career.
Oh, not today, Chris. Not today.
The 2022 World Series. They won that game and won the championship that night.
All right, cool.
Hit hard and
down the line. This is going to go to the wall in the corner. Is he going to turn? Here comes Bo. He's on his horse. He's running. Here comes the throw. Bo is down. And he's out at the plate. Good throw. Bo just could not get in and beat that.
Nice tag, but Framber Valdez gives up the base hit down the corner. And look at the Alvarez throw to the third baseman, Bregman. And Caratini caught it and put his left leg in front of home plate to keep Bo from swiping his hand on it.
So that's going to do it. End of the Jays. 1, 2, 3. They are done. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first. The Astros coming to the plate. We'll see what the Jays can do to sit them down. They gave us some excitement. They certainly gave us some excitement. So what we do here, as the commercials are up and running, we have our little Go Jays Go ball. So anytime you pop in, if you see that ball spinning, you'll know it's on a commercial break, or Sam has just completely forgotten to take that away, because I'll be honest, sometimes that happens too. That's right, Dallas. Oh, how we've missed the spinning baseball. So Altove, Alvarez, Tucker due up here, and you can see that just towards at the bottom of the screen here. We have the who's coming up for this inning. And of course, Barreros coming up for the Blue Jays. Sounds like Sam. That's right. Sometimes we forget little things, but if you're joining us for the first time, thank you for being here. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us for some baseball. All right,
the Yankees scored just 11 runs in the 4-game series. Scored 10 last night. They had 5 home runs. Jose Abreu in the 6th spot. Boy, has he seen a lot of Jose Barrios. Abreu, of course, many years with the White Sox. Barrios, many years with the Twins. Both of them playing in the American League Central. They know one another well.
No one has faced Jose Barrios more than Jose Abreu.
Jade, how's it going?
That Central Division.
Go Blue Jays.
First start of the season was a good one for Jose Barrios. It was against Tampa Bay on opening day.
Jade, you always
and
make me
he
laugh.
gave up a leadoff home run to Andy Diaz. It was a changeup.
Kind of
It
sounds
was a
usual
little
for
bit
Sam.
too much in the
Yep,
zone.
it does. Once in a while, we forget things.
Really perfect. He moved his
That's what happens in old age.
He got the slurve in there when he needed to. And he threw some very effective changes.
Schneider is
he needs
playing
to
today,
pitch
yes.
down. This is a pretty good high ball hitting team, this Astros team. So he needs to be down with his fastball.
Yeah, Bowden Francis found that out firsthand last night. They jumped all over some high fastballs.
First pitch, this is going to be hit
Altuve's
back
for this high
deep
fastball.
to center field.
But hits
in a
it
long
to the
fly
deepest
ball,
part
and
of the ballpark,
Kiermaier
so it'll
makes the
stay
catch.
in the yard as we revisit the end of the top of the first.
Yeah, the Turner double went down into the corner, and Yordan Alvarez is starting, and he misses the first cutoff man, but Alex Bregman is right there. Look at Caratini. He set up in fair territory until the throw was on its way, and then he stepped into the baseline and kept Bo from swiping his hand across home plate. Textbook by the catcher, and a good throw by Yordan Alvarez. He got it right to the second cutoff man, who was the trailer.
Now Alvarez swinging at the first pitch.
Another fly ball to left field, and that's out.
It is playable
Chris,
for David
absolutely.
Schneider.
That's what I'm
Anything
here
in the
for.
air to left field, you're never quite
I
sure.
feel like I'm sitting in the
if
shadows.
it's going to get out of here or not. And now Justin Turner, along with Daniel Vogelbach,
figure out my
maybe
lighting
reliving that at bat on the iPad.
This is having a look back and see location, see if he hit the pitch he thought he hit where it was, just a little
Yeah,
bit
what a
of
crazy story with Shohei and his interpreter and the gambling. I'm sure there's a lot more of that story that is just not coming out as of yet.
Here's Kyle Tucker. He hit 2 of the 5 home runs last night. And he takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
Phil, I'm hoping that's a one-off.
Dangerous top of the order. Altuve, Alvarez,
feels
Tucker,
very
Bregman,
much
then
very similar to how they were last
hitting
year.
In the 5 spot. He's got all kinds of power.
If the pitching can be consistent, the offense will come. I think they'll be a very competitive team.
Barrios quickly getting the sign that he wanted from
I don't think
Alejandro
they're
Kirk.
going to be top.
Wanted,
I think
that might have been
the
cutter
Orioles,
right there. Left-handed
again,
batter, 89, looked like it was moving in a bit.
But I think the Blue Jays will be competitive,
and
that's all that matters.
Debut against Tampa Bay. You can see they want to pitch up, and that was a cutter indeed. And it needed to be a little bit more inside.
Oh, Dallas, they got renovations to pay for. You know they will. This one hit right to second, and a great stab there.
Kiner Falefa. And Jose Barrios gets 3 outs.
Nice stab, and that's going to do it.
In the bottom.
Well, first inning comes to an end. We're going to top of 2. Schneider, Kirk, and Clement coming up here in top of inning number 2. Clement, he's been fun to watch. He can be super exciting. Last year, Clement averaged 380. Now, he only had 50 at-bats. He's 6 feet tall, $170 in the weight category, 28 years of age. So in the 50 at-bats, he had 19 hits and home run, 10 RBIs, a stolen base. So he put up some decent stats. In his first 12 at-bats here this year, he's hitting 250, scored 2 runs, has 3 hits. So I'm curious to see how Clement is going to continue to develop here for the Blue Jays. Interesting with these youngsters, Clement and Schneider, of course. We know what Schneider did last year. Schneider was absolutely crazy last year when he came up. 116 at-bats, 32 hits. He had 8 homers, 20 RBIs, hitting 276. It was pretty awesome. He's only hitting 250 right now, but he's only had 4 at-bats. All right, let's get it going.
What happened in his first 2 at-bats. He says he feels much comfortable facing lefties, but if you look at his stats, they aren't great, especially last year in the minor leagues. If you look at the splits, he hit righties better, but he always loves facing southpaws. He says, I like seeing the ball coming in on me a little bit and seeing it that way. I know the numbers don't jive, I just don't know why. Guys?
Thank you, Hazel.
Hazel, thank you. Yeah, and you're exactly right. Last year at AAA, hit righties much better than lefties since he's come to the big leagues. Small sample
Dallas drive home was
hit lefties
great.
Better than righties. Whoever
we snuck out of there pretty darn quick.
He certainly offers the possibility of
we
hitting
got
the ball
on
out
the
of the ballpark.
DVP,
and the Blue Jays
we got home very quick.
Would love to tap into as much of that as they can. So this is his second start of the season. He's in left field again. Not his most natural position, but it's where he finds the playing time right now. With the glut of infielders, really, that they have with Kiner Falefa and Biggio and Clement.
All right, hang on. I will be right back. I got to go grab my drink.
They're all about the same type of player, too, so you can move them around a little bit. But David Schneider has worked hard in the outfield. And I think he's going to make all the routine plays. He made a couple of spectacular plays in spring training.
0-2 from Framber Valdez, and that's the curveball, and it's nasty as he strikes out Schneider.
Yeah, I hadn't thrown many curveballs yet in this ball game, but he waits with 2 strikes and drops a pretty good hook on David Schneider. And that thing breaks down out of the strike zone, 81 miles an hour. There's a couple things I think that I've seen already that have been
Hey,
a red
Lucas,
flag
I'm
for
here.
Framber
I had to go
Valdez.
grab a drink.
His
Vaughn,
fastball
what's
is a
going
little
on?
too
Welcome
hard,
in.
and his changeup is a
Thanks
little
for
too
joining
hard.
us.
His slider right there, his
Welcome
fastball
in if
right
you're
there
watching
moves
in the
a lot,
background.
but you see it's flat.
Thanks for
he
hopping
needs
in.
a
We
more
appreciate
downward
you.
movement on that 2-seamer. And he messed with that cutter, and I think it kind of messed with his sinker.
The good thing with baseball is there's enough time I can run to the fridge and back.
As Buck mentioned, when he is on, he is right at the top of the majors in ground ball percentage, but that ball's been up a lot more than it normally is.
And it's running along the plane of the bat.
Yep.
You want that sinker to go underneath the plane of the bat, and right now it's just running flat away from the
Captain
hips.
Kirk. I really like Alejandro
Blue Jays
Kirk
did
a
get
lot.
2 hits off him in the first.
This one in
A
the
single
dirt.
by Bichette, the double by Turner, but Bichette out on a close play.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe.
When you have such a good
666.
two-seam fastball,
We need somebody
I
else
just
to
don't know
subscribe.
why you would want
Stat.
to
Get us
change
off
your
the
hand
666.
action and bring in a cutter into the mix, because that would rob you of that great movement on your two-seamer.
Curtis, what's going on? Welcome in. That's true.
Curveball fouled off by Alejandro Kirk. It's
Curtis,
2-2.
I
This guy
went
can
to
pitch
the
for 3
mailbox
pitches.
the other
And he
day,
throws
so I
a
want to say
two-seam
thank
fastball,
you
a
so
curveball, one of the
very
best
much
changeups in
for the envelope you had sent over. Thank you for
At
hitting that
times in his
subscribe.
career, and he's
That
been
was
very
close.
open about this.
But
he
thank
can
you so
battle
much,
his
Curtis.
emotions. He
Can
lose
we
his
give
focus a
stick
little
taps
bit. He's
to
put
Curtis
a lot of
in
work
the
into
chat?
the last couple of years to try
He
to
sent
deal with
a
that
very
and
nice
just go
note
pitch to pitch,
offline, so
stay
thank
even
you,
keel.
Curtis. Let's get him some stick taps. I know it's baseball.
Back to the curveball again, and he gets Kirk swinging, 2 down.
Yeah, generally when you see a guy with a good curveball, he'll mix it with a 4-seam fastball, but now this is the exception. He uses that 2-seam fastball and then the curveball to complement
The
it.
Leafs did win,
And he's got
Triton.
a
It was
great
a
hook.
very exciting
Tight
game.
spin,
It was
good
a
angle
lot
out
of
of his
fun
hand.
last night. Panthers made
Here's
it
Ernie
close.
Clement.
Clement coming
Ernie
in.
getting the start
Oh,
at
come
third
on.
base tonight.
Outside,
Isaiah
and it gets
Kiner-Falefa
called
is at
strike.
second base, and John Schneider said it really could have gone either way. And maybe there's a little bit of, proprietary information that they don't tell us about who's where and why, but both guys are very
This one's
comfortable
going to be
in both
lined to
spots.
third, scooped up and
But
thrown
grounds
over.
one down to Bregman.
It's gonna do it for the
and Blue
Jays.
Go 1-2-3.
We're going to
In
go
the
to
top.
bottom of number 2. This game moving right along. Yeah, 6-4. I mean, the Maple Leafs last night jumped out to a very, very quick lead. They really got it going. Florida, though, in the third period, they pushed and they came back. They got it within 1. And then Matthews scored his second of the game, and I believe it's his second of the season into an empty net. So pretty good showing. But again, they didn't play a complete 60 minutes. They had a little bit of a brain shut off there in the third period, and it almost cost them. Russ, how's it going? 2-3. I missed game 1. What happened in game 1? Russ, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Last night in game 1, the Astros shut out the Blue Jays 10-0. And if a shutout wasn't bad enough, Houston threw a no-hitter. That's right, a no-hitter. Pretty crazy. So it's better that you paid attention to the Leaf game last night than the Jays game, because yikes. All right, here's Hazel.
Houston. Well, Bowden Francis described his very first major league start as an opportunity for growth. He says the results obviously were there, but as he reflected upon what happened in that outing, he said he could take away some positives. I threw a lot of strikes, Francis told me, almost 80%, he said.
Right, Russ?
Francis was happy with the way he kept attacking. He did point out he lacked a little awareness and should have made some adjustments as the game went on. The Astros were on his fastball when it was up in the zone. They knew that was his strength, and they were ready for it. John Schneider gave the opposing hitters credit for executing their game plan. They were pretty geared up in the zone. Now, Francis did have a good curveball. The slider wasn't as sharp. He
Thank
even
you,
threw in
Vaughn.
a few
Appreciate it.
splitters. However, location
I know with
just
baseball,
wasn't there.
there's
are
a
the
lot of
outings you
information,
grow
so we
from. He
try
said,
to
just got to be ready for the next
bring
one.
it up so you can see just about everything. Here's
Hazel,
Bichette
thank you.
picking it up.
As
Gonna
Alex
throw it over
Bregman
to
grounds
Vladdy.
out, Will Bichette will make the
So if you're
play.
watching on a phone or a
One down.
tablet,
I
it
also
might
had a
be
chance to speak
small.
briefly
You
with
might have to turn it
Francis, and
sideways.
It did
But
not
if you're watching
rock
on a
his
TV,
world
it
that he got
fills it
roughed
quite
up a little
nicely.
bit. He's going to be fine. He's going to get another opportunity. It'll come Sunday at Yankee Stadium. And he talked about, and Kevin Gausman does this, now for different reasons,
Russ, the
but
Kirkland
Francis
dogs
said
are the best.
they knew I was going to throw the
So
fastball up in
good.
the zone. They were ready for it. I've got to mix in some low heaters as well, which is what Kevin Gausman does as well, Buck.
Well, I think some of that's on the
2-2
catcher too.
now. So I know
You
Florida
get into
was
a
in the
game
lead.
and you recognize that they're on that high fastball. You got to
Montreal
change
making
things
it
up and
difficult
change your
for them.
location. And call
Florida
for
without a
pitches
couple
down
of
in
key
the zone.
players. So
I
apparently,
think that's what's really changed in the game today.
Carter
The pitchers
Verhaeghe,
don't
my
have
boy,
a
he's week to
ability
week.
make
He
switches
may
in the
not
middle of
come
the game,
back
saying,
until
wait a minute,
the
this
game one of
plan's
the
not working.
playoffs.
We got to change it.
And I know
And Don
Kachuk, I
Francis,
think, is
when he
out
got
with
these
illness
pitches
tonight.
in the right
So
spot,
Florida
he was
is a
very
little
effective.
beaten up.
One down, here's Yainer Diaz. The catcher hit 2 home runs last night. Did 23 and fewer than 400 at-bats last year. And Jose Barrios, who usually has excellent
I hope
command,
not,
has
Lucas.
fallen behind here 3-0.
Don't make me get my other cap.
And it started last year. Word's getting around on this guy fast. You can't. This is a guy not to mess with here.
Yeah, he got a lot of pop.
Yeah.
He was the DH last year 36 times. It's his second time he's DH'd already. They're going to keep his back
Nice
in the lineup.
pitch in there. Gets
When he's
called
not
strike.
behind the plate, he's going to be the DH, and that's why it's important for Yordan Alvarez to play effectively in left field.
Three and two.
Blackhawks up 1-0 over the Islanders. Islanders desperate for points.
And another ground ball to
Bichette.
short. Right
He's
at
gonna throw
Bichette.
that one over as
And
well.
right on the money with the throw. 2 down.
Got
Back
that
to back
ball
to
down
Bo.
in the zone. That's the one they're hitting on the ground, and he has to be able to hit his spots, and he's worked hard, boy. He threw
If
a
you're
lot
hanging
in
out,
the offseason,
do me a
threw
favor,
a
hit
lot
that
in spring
thumbs up.
training.
Let's get those likes up.
And you know what? He had a great season last year, and he was motivated to have even a better one this year.
You know, you and I walked into the ballpark.
Sabres are
right
up
behind
3-0
Jose Barrios
over the
today,
Caps.
and you look at him out on the mound, and it
Turk
doesn't
at 2
jump
goals.
out at
He's
you,
on
I don't
fire
think, on
lately.
TV. Hey, this is a big guy. He just looks like an average-sized human being. But I was thinking as you and I were walking in, he's sturdy, man. I mean, he's strong.
Yeah, he's a very, very well-built man.
Change up down and in, and a ball and a strike on Jose Abreu. And again, these guys have known each other.
Wow, KC Royals
4
are up
years.
4-1
White
over
Sox
Baltimore.
versus
That's
Twins.
bottom of the 8th. Angels are up 3-0 over the Marlins.
Yeah, there are no surprises between
Phillies over
these
the Reds,
two.
3-1.
Abreu
Tampa Bay
coming into this
5-1
game
over
had
the Texas
65
Rangers.
plate appearances against
Cubbies 4-0
Jose
over the
Barrios, and
Rockies.
that's the most of any batter in
Good
baseball.
scores.
He's 18 for 60 for his career. So they've been battling for a
Yeah,
long
it didn't
time.
look like much on Verhaeghe. I know a couple times. I think it could be lower body.
Out in front, 1 and 2.
He came on and did a couple
that's a
of
pretty good
laps,
take
and then
on
he
a
left
pretty
the
good
ice. He
slurve right
tried
there.
that a
It's
couple
2 and 2.
times. So, not exactly sure what it is,
Bray's
but
got
if
a
it's
lot
week
of
to
power
week,
in the opposite
it's
field.
got to
You can see
be
where Kevin Kiermaier is
significant
set up in center
sprain
field.
or
It is shaded
probably
well over
not a
toward
tear.
right center.
going in the inside, foul back.
Deep kitchen right there. That two-seamer ran right in on the hands of Abreu, and he's got to walk it off.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough
That hurt.
first round, Lucas. Whether it's
Wonder how many
Florida,
times
whether
he's
it's
done that against
Boston,
Barrios.
it's going to be a doozy.
Now, does he run another one right back in there, or does he try to get him down and away with a slurve?
That looks like he hit him in
Getting
the
that
back
wave
knee.
going. Pitch in the
Slurve, he
dirt.
missed, 3
3
and
and
2.
2 with
Yeah, he
2
tried
outs.
to
Let's
throw
get her going. 3,
too hard.
2, 1.
That's what we
Hey,
talk
get
about
that
with
virtual wave
pitchers. You
rolling.
want to repeat your deliveries. Use the same delivery with every pitch. And that way you won't overthrow it and steer it into the dirt.
Chris.
Got him.
Got him.
He strikes out Abreu. And it's a very nice start here in the early going for Jose Barrios. 6 up, 6 down through 2.
Nice pitch in there to sit him down. That was sweet. Now I gotta find.
Strike 3, you're out.
There we go. We got the sounds. We'll bring those in. George, what's going on? Welcome in. Or welcome back, I should say. Oh, Russ, those Kirkland dogs are so good. So good. Lucas, we will probably do something for 15K. So 15K will be our next giveaway. You can see we're starting to get awfully close. All right, here's Hazel.
5th MLB appearance as a pitcher. The first time he did it, he told me he felt embarrassed because his team was getting blown out. But over his last couple of times, he's had a different attitude. There's this realization that it's kind of a cool opportunity to be out there on a big league mound, and a lot of people wish they could be in my shoes and pitch in the majors. He looks at it as fun and brings back why you play the game in the first place, and he doesn't take things for granted out on the field. I pointed out to him, guys,
George,
that he pitched a clean
think
inning. He was pretty good at it, and he
year.
said, honestly, I just got really lucky. Dan.
Hazel, thank you. After walking the leadoff man,
Thank
Jeremy
you, Theo.
Pena, he retired the next 3 batters on 3 pitches.
Coming fast.
Pop up, ground out, throwing that 66, 67 mile an
this
hour.
This community is because of everybody here, everybody that watches along and supports.
Very soft.
You guys have made this
he didn't want to throw it too hard.
Yeah. Well, you don't want him to get hurt.
No.
And he threw strikes, and he's just out there trying to save the bullpen. But 5 major league pitching appearances, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. And here he is leading off the 3rd, playing second base tonight.
Nice pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Dawson, what's
Kevin
going on,
Kiermaier
buddy?
behind him, and then back around to the
I
top
am
of the order.
very
with
well,
George Springer.
thanks. Oh, you didn't ask. I'm telling you. I hope you're doing all right.
So 2 of the left-handed bats are the quote-unquote odd men out, at least at the start of the game. Dalton Varsho, Kevin Biggio, both on the bench, along with Daniel Vogelback, another one of the lefties, but not a guy who typically starts, and then the backup catcher in Brian Servant.
That would be pretty insane, Russ.
Down
I'm going for the reverse psychology.
Yeah, that ball hit him.
If I say no, maybe there's a chance. And it looks
Didn't
like
hurt him, but
Keener
Kiner is on his way down to first.
Hit on the toe, so he's going to take
I'm not
first
sure.
base.
It looked like it was a breaking
No
ball
outs.
down and in.
Do whatever you can do to get a runner on, and that's
it
what the
was
Jays
a
have done
breaking
here.
ball. Watch this as he gets it on top and hits him right off the
24.
front toe.
Nice.
And then it
Oh, no,
bounced up and
Lucas.
hit the catcher. I think it hit Caratini harder than
Dawson,
it
it
hit
was spectacular. It was so
IKF.
good.
And now Chad Fairchild, the
The
crew chief of the home
Raptors
plate umpire,
Lakers
saying,
are handing it to the
"I
Raptors.
need some
pretty
new
good
baseballs."
tonight. The Raptors, I think, are
Things
going
to
to
take for
be
granted in a big league game,
the
but now
worst
he's
of
got
the
enough
Toronto
to
teams this year, unfortunately.
get things going again.
They have
I
quite
think
the
he was giving
rebuild ahead of them.
Caratini a little bit of a
Was he?
break, too,
Yeah, maybe,
as he
yeah.
was just kind of taking his time to get back behind home plate. Caratini got
That's
hit pretty
another
hard.
500.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. And with a no Biggio in there and with a lefty on the mound, Kiermaier's dropped down to the 9 spot where he spent most of his time last year.
Swing and a
He's
miss.
got Alex Bregman
So,
playing
Chris,
way in on
just
the grass
freeze
at
me
third.
and then thaw me out.
Shortstop
when the Leafs
Pena
make
playing
the
up the
finals.
middle.
That'll work. It's going to be close, Lucas. He wants it
Falefa
bad.
runs pretty well, stole 14 bases in 19 tries last year. Now he's got a lefty on the mound right now, so that complicates it.
That would be nice.
There's
Here's
a ground ball
hit
to
right to second.
Altuve feeds
One
Pena,
across to first
and he
in
gets it to
time.
first in time to
Double
turn the
play.
Boy, Altuve did such a great job as he really shifted his body. Once
you go,
he had the ball in his
82-71.
glove, he quickly pivots to get his
So they've
back
come
leg
back a little bit.
behind him, and then he
Yeah, the
gave
Raptors are-
Pena a good
Raptors are
feed. Watch
tough.
how quick he makes the move. Right there, he gets that foot behind him, gets a lot on the throw, hits Pena in the chest, who makes it a strong throw back to first.
Kiermaier hit it right at him. He barely had to
Couple Gold
move.
Glovers at work right there. Doing a
Toughest
pretty good
play
job.
was making the little flip to throw it to second base.
So just like that, 2 down and the base is empty, and here's George Springer, who grounded out his first time up.
Springer
And he
going to
hits a
foul this
slow
to
roll to
short.
short. Pena's
And that's
up with
going to do
this
it for the
one,
Jays
and that's
here
all
in
for the
top
Blue
of inning
Jays.
number 3.
Here at the top of the 3rd.
We're going to the bottom. McCormick, Pena, Caratini. Jays haven't been able to get anything done, but they have 2 hits on the board, so that's all right. Patrick, what's going on? Welcome in. Go, Jays, go. They're going all right. Hopefully they can get going in the right direction. Renovations, from what I've seen, look to be completed. There might be some finishing touches, but Toronto's home opener is coming up on the 8th, I believe it is, Monday the 8th. So they got to finish that up real soon, but it looks great. The photos I've seen, it looks absolutely stunning. They've done a real good job. Some of the things people are saying is the seats are actually a little bit smaller. I think all the seats now have cup holders, if I'm not mistaken. But the seats, from what I'm hearing, are a little bit smaller. And to be honest, from the pictures, they look a little cheaper. Cheaper as in not as good quality. But we'll have to see. We'll see what it's going to look like. Nick, what's going on? Welcome in. Red Sox 9-0 in Oakland last night. Well, Nick, it's Oakland, so they should win 9-0. Nothing against Oakland if there's any Oakland fans here, but Oakland definitely a struggling team. No, it's a good win. Anytime you can put a big score up early in the season, it builds confidence and helps you to continue to go. It's still early. D, that's right. That will be the #1 broadcast line all season long, right? It's early in the season. It's early in the game. It's early in the count. It's always early somewhere. Spencer, what's going on? Welcome in.
Back to downtown Houston. This is Minute Maid Park, where we are coming to you live. The Blue Jays and the
Minute Maid Park
Astros.
is absolutely gorgeous.
Buck Martinez and Hazel May. Glad you're with us. Scoreless game going to the bottom of the third. 7-8-9 coming up for Houston. This is Chas McCormick, who's in center field tonight.
Pitch on the corner.
And
Great
right
pitch
as
by
Barrios was delivering, Ernie Clement, the third baseman, raced in about 3 steps, maybe thinking there might be a chance of a bunt. He's backed up a little bit now. Now he comes creeping in again.
Down low. His 22nd pitch.
McCormick 5 for 8 in his career against Barrios, and went 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles in last night's game. He lines this one to right
That's
center.
Gonna drop in. First hit here for the Astros. He's going for 2. Is it? And he's gone. Great throw by Springer. Bichette makes a nice play to get the tag on. Sorry, I don't think it was Springer.
For a couple of reasons. He got over and cut it off.
Was that Kiermaier? Who made the throw?
That was important to keep it from going to the warning track.
Paulette,
and then
what's going on?
Welcome
Welcome
his
in.
Foot and fires a strike to second base.
I heard
this
the
ball
Leafs
looks
with
like he's
my
got a
love for
chance to get
baseball is with
past
the
him, but he
Yankees.
cuts it off, and then he quickly turns and fires. And look at the terrific throw. One hop right on the money
That's
to
okay.
Bo Bichette.
Nobody's
Terrific
perfect.
job by Springer. Had a great year defensively last year, and he's
I'm a
primed to
AAA
have another
goalie,
big year
Team
this
Brave.
season. Terrific play.
So each team has thrown out a runner on the bases as Bichette was thrown out.
Russ,
at
you
home
got to
trying
go with the
score
hot
on a
tender.
Turner double,
And right now
McCormick
that's
thrown out
Sammy.
trying to stretch a
Things could
single into a
change,
double.
right? Things could change over the
There's
next
Jeremy Pena, 2 for 3 with a
2.5
homer
weeks.
last night.
But I think if playoffs started today, you got to go with
Sam.
Sam.
Back to the mound, and last year's Gold Glove Award winner at the pitcher position, Jose Barrios, makes the play.
But the one thing that you want to do from the outfield if you're throwing is make sure you don't have a lot of tail on that throw.
Yeah, so Springer
and he gets
really
on
came
top
back
of it, and it stays true
just
right on
heft
the
that,
money
but
to
you know,
Bichette. He
Bichette
puts the
made a
tag
nice
on
play
Chas
because
McCormick,
as
who wasn't
a
so sure about
the
tag.
Astro was sliding
But the Astros
into
didn't
second
make the appeal,
base,
and you could see he tagged
he
him on
lifted
the
his
leg
arm and
when
actually
his
tried to
hand
go
was off
around the
base.
tag, and
Yeah,
Bichette
it was interesting.
just
McCormick
got his
tried
thigh.
to do
That
like a
was
swim
very,
tag.
very
Bo
close.
tried to get his arm. McCormick got his arm around him, so Bo had to go for the tag on the leg. Still got it in time. Here's Victor Caratini.
Well, the thing I like
catcher,
about the Yankees
hitting in the 9
is
spot.
because they're in the same
With
division as the Blue
Milwaukee
Jays and we
last
see a
year.
lot of each other, it's a fun
Started 54
rivalry. And
games,
the
was
Yankees
backup
over the
there.
years
He'll
have
be the
had some
backup here.
really
Signed a
good
2-year
teams.
deal with the Astros.
This is his 8th year in the big leagues. He spent his first 4 years with the Cubs, a couple of seasons in Milwaukee, and 1 in San Diego.
And don't forget, there's
Well, what an
Martin
asset to have
Jones
a backup catcher
kind of
that's a
sitting there
switcher.
chomping at the
You can
bit.
really pick and choose the days that you give your
So
regular.
I'd still like to see
a day
Jones
off.
get into at least one game.
Not many
before the
switch hitting
playoffs.
catchers. There have been some great ones. Ted Simmons is a Hall of Famer switch hitting.
He was
Nick,
a great
I think
hitter
it's
and a
it's
much
sad.
better catcher
It's
than people
very sad,
remember.
unfortunately, for
Jorge
the Growlers.
Posada. Swing
Swing
and a
and a
miss.
miss.
1 and 2. Oh, no, that's strike 3. Forgive
Sit
me. I was a pitch
down.
behind. That is strike 3. And that is all for the Astros here in the bottom
Strike
of the
3,
third.
you're
No
out.
score.
Another strikeout there for Barreros. But yeah, the Growlers ceasing to exist. It's sad news for the world of hockey when a franchise like that is shut down mid-season. Well, I guess it's towards the end of the season. What they've said is any player that has an NHL or AHL contract will not be allowed to continue in the ECHL. Any player that does not have an AHL or NHL contract is instantly a free agent, and they are free to sign with any other team. So it's a pretty crazy situation that's going on out there in the ECHL, but it's pretty wild. It's unfortunate that it had to happen this way, and I know there's another franchise as well that is in jeopardy of being shut down as well. So it's a sad day for hockey when this stuff happens. That's kind of my thoughts. I hate the Yankees. They're the Montreal Canadiens of baseball. That's really, really funny. Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. Jays and Rays tied. Yeah, they split. They split, Ryan. We'll have to get you next time. We'll have to make sure to take down Tampa Bay. But welcome in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the game last night. It was a very, very exciting game. A lot of good games. A lot of good games. Will Marner stay on the Matthews line when he returns? Vaughn, I'll be honest, I hope not. That line is really clicking right now. I hope they keep Bertuzzi and Domi with Matthews. Put Marner on the second line with Nylander and Tavares. McMahon then drops down to the third line with Nyes. And the question is, who do you sit? Is it Robertson? Is it Holmberg? Or do you keep them in? And do you sit?
Terrific. I like
Kemp is going to play it.
Dog night here.
Do you sit Reeves?
Night. That's going to be.
It's going to be very interesting.
Game number
to see
2 of the
what
home
they're
schedule.
Going to do, how they're going to juggle it.
1 week from
Randy
tonight,
Johnson,
the home opener is
Spencer
6
Johnson
days
he was awesome.
from now, and it is a night game, the home opener Monday night against Seattle. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leading off the 4th in this scoreless game. Framber Valdez has given up 2 hits. He's hit a batter. He has struck
I'm
out
not
2.
sure, Nick. I'll have to double check the
up
schedule.
And had a rough night at the plate last
No,
night.
Dallas. I don't
0
think
for
he was there last night.
But then again, a lot of guys didn't have vintage nights last night against
2-0
Ronaldo
now. Big Vladdy up.
It's one of
At
those
the plate.
games, and you don't want to see them. But last night, that was pretty impressive. His 8th major league start, he threw a no-hitter.
The 4th no-hitter for the Astros since June of 2022. The rest of baseball has 3. They have more no-hitters than the other 29 teams combined since June of 22.
And there's Blanco sitting on the bench, and boy, what an effort he had last night.
And another grounder to short. Tricky hop
again. That's good
with
for
the
him.
lip of the dirt.
Remember when Randy Johnson threw that pitch that hit the bird
Hazel Bay?
through?
Dan, flying under the radar
Such a
of last
crazy
night's
situation.
no-hitter was Joe Espada's first big league win as manager. And Espada said, I didn't want to hang on to the lineup card. I wanted to give it to Blanco. He said, I'll probably get a copy for me down the road, but
Here's
he
Big
really
Bo.
deserved
Let's
it.
see what
guys.
Bichette does now.
Pretty amazing to have your first win as a manager come in a game where there's a no-hitter. First time ever that's happened. Here's one bounced up the middle,
right to
charging
second
Payne
flag,
out,
thrown
unloads
across
in a
and in
hurry
time.
Gets Bichette on his step.
You know,
What a
Bichette
terrific
looks a
play
little
right
slow
there.
right
And
now.
obviously,
He
these
looks a
extra
little step
infielders, they
behind.
understand when Valdez throws the ball, there's a chance it's going to
Last
be hit
year
on
was
the
pretty
ground.
quick.
So you're always on your toes.
And I know
but this
he
is a
had the
terrific
neck
play. Not only
spasms
did he
and
grab the
whatnot,
shirt
but
up, but he
he just
unloaded
looks
in a
a
hurry
little
and threw a
slow on
strike
the run.
across the diamond.
So true to form when things are going well for Valdez. A lot of the outs on the ground. 8 of the 11 outs that he has recorded have come on the ground tonight.
I don't, Chris.
There's Justin Turner, who lined one into the left field corner for a double.
Beverly,
in the top
good
of the first.
evening. Welcome in. On the corner, here's Turner. He had that
Turner had
double
a
in the
change
first.
up down into that corner, and that's the play that Bo Bichette was thrown out at home plate to end the first.
It's the only real scoring opportunity either team has had so far in this game.
Yeah, depth makes a difference, right? It's okay to have some
count, too, because he's
superstars,
got
have some
so
big
many
money
early
players.
in the
but
count
gotta
ground
have
balls.
those decent
35
depth
pitches through
players.
3 2/3.
Well, both of
Doesn't
these
matter what
teams
sport
love
you're
to
in.
swing early
They're
in
gonna
at-bats.
impact
Houston had
the
more
team
first pitch
wholeheartedly.
hits last year than anybody, and Toronto was second.
Oh, this one
And
is
another
golfed
one
in the
headed
left
to
field again. This
and
drops down.
again. Alvarez has to give chase, and Justin Turner has his second double of the night.
Nice. Cameron, what's going on? Welcome in.
That looked like a curveball. It was just
Oh, for
about
sure.
top of his
Dodgers will
shoes.
definitely,
He
they'll
stayed
sell
on
out
it and
everywhere.
drove it down the left field line. There's that curveball.
That was, he
ball
pulled out
inside.
the forward
and
there.
it was
and
down
drove
as
that
well. And
way
Justin
down in the
Turner
corner.
has a couple of two-baggers here.
Jasper Bratt, what a
Some
year
guys
he's
can just
having.
hit, huh?
Yeah. Been doing it a long time.
Yeah, he's one of them.
That's why he comes out to start the game and has
Right.
to look at the starting pitcher.
So Jay's got
Here's
one on
David Schneider.
second, 2 out.
First pitch
This one is gonna be
swinging
hit right to
backhanded
short.
by Pena, and the
So
Turner
again, with a
double
runner in
is gonna be
scoring
left
position,
aboard.
not able
No runs,
to
a
bring
base
him
hit, a man
home.
left, no score, going to the bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of inning number 4. So this game moving right around. 3 hits for the Jays, 1 for the Astros. Oh boy. Well, this one is certainly a little bit of a pitcher's matchup right now. Valdez threw 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts. And he's pitching quite nicely. Barreros, he's doing not too shabby himself. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts as well. So definitely a pitching matchup. Turner used to play for the Red Sox last season. Yeah, and he had a pretty decent season. He moved the ball around the field well. Got some key hits. Best signing this offseason of all MLB. Wow, Russ going best signing of the offseason. Now, my question I'd like to know for you baseball fanatics, do you think Shohei really seriously considered coming to Toronto? Or do you think it was all part of the game to get a bigger deal with LA and that's where he wanted to go the whole time? What is your opinion? I'm very curious to know your thoughts. Do you think Shohei really was considering Toronto? Or, as Dallas says, was it bogus and he was going to the Dodgers all along? I'm kind of with Dallas. I don't think he was seriously considering coming here. I think they used Toronto to get a better deal. Yeah, so I'm glad we're all in alignment.
Jays.com/promotions to learn more.
Making a
and
power
purchase
play
your
to get
ticket
that
today.
bling bling.
Seeing some Blue Jay fans around town during the day today, and obviously here with the games tonight. Here's Jose Altuve, top of the order. Altuve, Alvarez, and Tucker against Jose Barrios, who allowed just a base hit to Chas McCormick first time through.
Oh, this is hit far. Back to the
deep
wall.
left, and Altuve
See
has
you
it.
later. Hit
His second
all
of
the way to
season. It is
Halliburton.
1-0 Astros.
That is gone. Astros take a 1-0 lead.
We talk about this Astro team being a very good
I think so, Nick.
hitting ball club, and Altuve's one of the best.
Chris, what's going on?
I mean, he can hit a
Them
ball
apples.
that's up about
Them apples be
eye
blasted
level,
out of the
and
ballpark.
he can tomahawk it, and
105
he hits it
miles
high
an hour on
above
the exit
proper seats in left
velocity.
field. That ball was going out of all the ballparks. That ball was smoked.
My goodness.
Take a look at the pitch, and again up, right about letter high, and he knows it's gone. Altuve hit 17 homers a year ago in an injury-plagued season, and put a good swing on that one. Up, one of the best high ball hitters in the game.
Now you are down.
Shattered bat, and that's going to drop in.
He comes up with a base hit.
Now, Alvarez is so strong that he can fight it off, and Barrios made a pretty good pitch, and it's in on his hands, and you can see that's down
bat
on the
just
label. And the bat explodes in his hand, but he's so strong. He flies it
right
off
down
over
the
the
middle,
infield into
from tip to tail.
center field.
So he's at first, nobody out. Here's Kyle Tucker, who lined out sharply to second his first time up.
Yeah, that's right. Remember that they were watching, tracking the plane that was leaving, flying to Toronto.
Tucker, 27 years of
crazy.
age, from Tampa.
No cork.
First
It was a
round pick,
cork-free
fifth
bat,
overall. Out of high
Andrew,
school
what's
back
going
in
on? Welcome in.
2015, showed up at the big leagues in 2018. Became a regular in 2020 and really became a star.
Good question. I got to watch a few more
the last
games
3
before I make
years, he
that
has
prediction.
been outstanding. He's got
I'm great,
MVP
Andrew. Hope you're doing
votes
well. Hope you had a good
to
day.
varying degrees each of the last
This
3
one
years.
going to be hit
He
right
hits one
over.
right
Toss to second. There's one over to first in time.
Guerrero to turn it.
2 down.
Yeah, Connor Falefa was a long way away from second base when he made that underhand toss, but he got a lot on it. Watch how
We'll
he just
never know.
underhands
We'll
it
never
quickly
know.
to Bo, and Bo comes across the bag in time.
Andrew, the game was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
You know, for Bo, it's interesting.
Crowd was a little louder
One
than
game
normal.
he looks to his left, it's Kiner Falefa. The next game, it could be Clement. The next game, it could be Biggio. Kind of the same thing to his right.
Family
It
sitting
could
next
be
to us were
Kiner
Panther
Falefa,
fans,
could
so
be
we,
Clement,
on
it
one
could be
side, so we had a
Justin
lot to talk
Turner.
about there.
It's not the norm to have both of those positions be shared, but it's the way it is right now.
Pitch coming in, hit right
There's
to
a
second
one-hopper,
base.
bit of a tricky bounce.
That's going to
thrown
thrown over. Fourth inning is done.
A run
the
on
Astros strike
Altuve
first.
homer, though. It's 1-0.
They put one on the board. Jays are down 1-0. 3 hits apiece. Kirk, Clement, and KF coming up in the top of the 5th inning. Jays looking to get right back on. Nestor, how's it going? Astro fans here. Well, welcome in. Boy, oh boy, did the Astros put up a pretty darn good game last night with that no-no. The no-hitter, always exciting. I don't care, you know, which team is great and which team isn't good and all that stuff. When you throw a no-hitter, it's impressive, and it should be celebrated across Major League Baseball. Same with a perfect game. Well, you know, if it's my team, like the Blue Jays last night, they get shut out big time, 10-0. But the no-hitter, I mean, that's amazing. Deserves to be applauded. That's such an incredible feat. You know, it's kind of the same as in hockey, right? A no-hitter obviously is impressive. When a goaltender gets a shutout, that deserves to be applauded. Ice Fire, what's going on? Deserves an award. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's some pitchers don't throw a no-hitter in their entire career, right? So it's quite the feat, quite the accomplishment. Blanco, man, we need him against the Yankees. Yeah, isn't it funny how they never show up when you need them to? JC, what's going on? Not only that 10-0 too, yeah. I mean, it's impressive. And when you get to 10-0, like even when it was 5 or 6-0, you start to relax a little bit, right? You think the Jays might have been able to drop one in, get one through, but no. They just could not get it going. It's going to be close, Spencer. They'll have a chance to do so. So here comes Captain Kirk. Alejandro Kirk coming back up for the Blue Jays.
That's a day game, 1 o'clock.
And Valdez is 38th pitch right now.
1-0 Astros going to the 5th. Alejandro Kirk will lead it off. At this moment, each pitcher has thrown exactly 38 pitches in this game. Both of them
That's true.
Tremendously efficient. A 1-0 lead for
I mean,
Houston
Nolan
on the
Ryan
Altuve home run.
Ridiculous.
They're getting some help from
Ian,
the
what's
hitters.
going on?
There
That's
have been
true. Most
8
pitchers don't.
First pitch outs in this game
To
already.
get a shutout in baseball.
But as I mentioned earlier, both of these teams have always been very
right, and even
aggressive.
if you pitch a no-hitter, right, you can still walk somebody, they steal a base, you hit a batter. You know, there's always ways that you can get somebody on the other team to score a run. 101.
Shot foul, 1-2 now on Kirk. So this is game 6 for the Blue Jays.
And so was,
it's the
do you remember
behind the plate for Kirk? Brian Servant has
on Sega Genesis,
the other one
back in the day, Tommy Lasorda's baseball.
And John
If you
Schneider
scored
said right
10
at the
run,
outset
it
of the
was
season,
over, game
Kirk's
over.
going to
If you
play a
scored
lot.
10.
Whether
was
Servant gets a
10-0.
start tomorrow night remains to be
You
seen.
got a
He'll
10-run
definitely
lead, it
get a
was
start
game
in
over.
New York.
I love Tommy Lasorda's baseball.
One would
Sega
think,
Genesis.
because it's day game,
So
night
good.
game, day game, and whenever there's night game, day game, usually the two catchers each get a start.
Yeah, and you know, Alejandro Kirk,
Trumps,
he's just
what's
coming out of
going
spring
on, brother?
training. He worked hard in the offseason, so he shouldn't have any issues catching the majority of these
Hope
games.
you
until Danny
and
Jensen
Sim are
comes
doing
back.
well.
And Servant made one start down in Tampa Bay.
1-2 again.
Which coming in on the corner
Close, but
misses.
no.
2 and 2.
And it's
even
not
it up.
only the movement, it's 96 too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's legit.
Yeah,
And
Vaughn,
I think
I
if he
love
had
it.
his
I
brothers,
love
he'd
it.
throw it about
They're speeding them up
94
with these new
and look
rules,
for a little more
pitch clock
downward
and all
movement
that.
on that two-seamer.
Really getting them to move this game along. Phil, it was one of the best.
and there's the curve on the appeal, didn't go, and it's
Snow
a full
tomorrow.
count.
We're supposed to get some rain. I heard some talk of possibly some snow, but I hope not. I've had
Ernie
enough.
Clement next,
I'm
and then
done with the
Isaiah
snow.
Kiner for left for the 6, 7, 8 part of the Blue
My
Jay
wife's a
lineup
huge
tonight.
Marner fan. She wants to know.
They've got
if
3
you
hits,
ever
including 2 doubles by Justin
done
Turner,
T-Mobile.
but unable to
Never,
cash in a run yet.
Oh, Mariner fan, not Marner. I've never been to Seattle for a game.
And now
Swing and a
Kirk down
miss.
on
Kirk
strikes.
goes down. That does it. Yikes, Kirk. He swung hard at that one. So Clement is going to come back up here. Clement has played some exciting ball. Let's see if he can turn things around here for the Blue Jays and at least get on.
Here at Minute Maid
Yeah,
Park,
Phil,
1-0
Sega Genesis.
Astros
I
top
love the
5,
little
and this is
Golden
Ernie
Axe,
Clement, who
Ultra
grounded
Beast,
out his first
Shining
time up.
Force. I mean, those were the games, right?
Quick note from out of town, Philadelphia. Bryce Harper has hit 3
So
home
Curtis
runs
is saying
in the
snow
game for the
in
Phillies.
GTA. Oh,
They're up
saying so.
8-1 on Cincinnati.
All right, Nestor,
at the
take
end
care.
of
Thanks for
7.
coming in.
So I don't know if it's going to come around to him. They'd have to have a pretty productive bottom of the 8th to get
Lori,
it back
good
around to him
evening.
again.
Good
He's
to
3
see
for
you.
4 on the night, but could get one more at bat
No snow, no
in
go.
an attempt to tie a major league record.
Yeah, the
Ooh,
last
Spencer.
home run he hit was a
That's a
grand
good
slam to
choice.
right center in the bottom of the
He's got
7th.
a bright future ahead of him if he can stay healthy. This one is
Line
driven.
drive, left center.
It's going to
base
drop
hit for
in.
Clement.
It's going to be a base hit. There you go. That's how you got to get it started. 1 out, base hit.
There's that running fastball again. It didn't go down. It just went away. Ernie stayed on it and comes up with a base hit. For me, this is a good combination play, hit and run. With Kiner for left at the plate, he can make contact. Ernie can run. Get them moving. Get some movement on the infield defense. You know
Nice
he's going to
pitch
throw
in
a
there.
ground ball in this situation.
Junior
So if you
Alfalfa
start the
taking that
runner, you
one in.
might be able to get a guy in the scoring
was hit by a
position. Maybe you
pitch
can
in the
sneak
third
one through
inning.
the infield.
Let's see how they play it. Clement can run some as well, but again, with a lefty on the mound, a little bit trickier. That's up and away, and it's a ball and a strike. This is what the Blue Jays want to see from the bottom of the order, is just guys getting on base, hopefully creating a little bit of havoc, traffic, as they say, and setting the table for the guys at the top. And the speed the Blue Jays have, or much of the speed, is down at the bottom, especially in tonight's lineup. Do you know the Blue Jays
outside
haven't
that
even
gets called
attempted
strike.
a stolen base so far this year?
Yeah, and we heard them talk about, well, we're going to be
2
more
hours and
aggressive on the
38
bases.
minutes.
They haven't had the opportunities
Wow, Vaughn,
because
you
some
know,
of the games
it's
they
funny.
have
I know
played
it's
in
only
have been
20 minutes.
lopsided one way or the other.
Slowing it down or speeding
This
it up
one's
for
not
3
like
hours.
that.
That's a huge difference. This one's
Bouncer
going to
to
poke right
second.
through. He's going to go to
Altuve
second. There's
spins
one
and
over
fires.
first.
They keep
Not in
turn
time.
2. Kiner for left
call it a
across on
fielder's choice.
choice.
Yeah, Clement did a good job of hustling to get to a point where Altuve couldn't tag him. He had to go to second to get
Yes,
the lead runner.
Chomps. Toronto Blue Jays.
Altuve's trying to come into
taking
the
on the
base path and
Houston
put the tag on the
Astros.
base runner, but Clement gets past him. And then
The
it's
Astros
just
put up
much
a
too late at
huge
first
no-hit
base. as
10-0 win
IKF
yesterday.
beats the
And they're
return
ahead
throw.
1-0 here today. The Jays trying to score on this team.
So 2 down, and now the batter is Kevin Kiermaier, who grounded into a double play his first time up. And Valdez
I can't
with
stand
much better control tonight.
I know
than
he's
he had
such a good player.
In his first outing of the season against the Yankees, he walked 6, hit 1. Tonight he has hit 1. A curveball that got kind of for left in the
Texas,
foot, but he
what's
hasn't
going
walked
on?
anybody.
Welcome in. Go Astros. Ooh. Inside,
Almost
96 miles an hour.
Kiermaier right there. I think Kevin thought
Kiermaier, I'm excited they were able to get a deal done with Kiermaier.
Inside.
He's a very vocal,
See how much movement there
very
is right
energetic
there.
part of this
barely
team.
got his hands out of harm's way.
Doesn't look like a fun at bat.
Not for a lefty.
No.
Well, not for a righty.
Doesn't look much fun for a righty.
That's right. Yeah, I know the Fisher Cats
he's
well.
got a much better delivery tonight.
When I was playing
his career high.
MLB, was it
And that's what he
22?
did against the
I was
Yankees
stuck
in his
on the
first
Fisher
start.
Cats and couldn't get promoted to the big league. Yeah, Fisher
Breaking
Cats
ball that
down there.
stayed inside, fouled off by Kiermaier, 1-2.
There you go, Chomps. It connects us. Phil, that is very true. All right, Patrick. Yeah, let's hope these Jays pull it out.
That
Pitch
one will
down in the
bounce
dirt.
off of the catcher Caratini, but not that far. Kind of for Leffa holds his ground.
Onyx, what's going on? Welcome in. This is a weird-looking Leafs game.
Yeah, he's bounced a few of these curveballs in the dirt. Caratini plays it off his chest protector very effectively. Let's go backup catcher.
5
Been around
minutes
for a
from your
while.
house.
He can
Wow.
play for a while.
That's awesome. Swing and a
Swung
miss.
on and missed. Valdez gets
Sit
Kiermaier.
down, and that's going to do it for the Jays. Picks up his 4th strikeout.
Houston.
I can
As we
definitely
check
say
in
where the
with
Blue
Jamie
Jays
Campbell
play,
with an
it's a
update.
lot more than 5 minutes away for me. But we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Houston with a 1-0 lead. The Jays still leaving men on the bases. They cannot put them in. Having a tough time scoring. The Texas, they're looking good right now. Their pitching is really coming through. Jays just cannot figure it out. All right, let's take a moment. I know we got the ticker up top here going around the horn, but let's look at the scores. It's mid of the 5th. The Phillies up now 8-2 over the Reds. That one is top of the 8th. The Rangers down to the Rays 5-1. That is the top of the 9th. Braves and White Sox tied at 1's, top of the 7th. Cubbies 7-0 now over the Rockies, top of the 5th inning. Games completed earlier today. Twins lost to the Brewers 3-2. Royals over Baltimore 4-1. I'm surprised by that one. And the Angels 3-1 over the Marlins. Switching gears a little bit, taking a look at what's happening in the National Hockey League. The Montreal Canadiens are up 3-2 over the Florida Panthers. The hurting Florida Panthers. That's the end of the 2nd period. Buffalo Sabres are up 4-2 over the Capitals. That's in the 3rd period. Devils have a 3-2 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins right now in the 3rd period. Blackhawks still up 1-0 over the Islanders. End of period number 2. The Wild are up 2-0 over the Ottawa Senators. That's in the 2nd. Bruins and Predators tied at 0. We really want Nashville to win that game. Calgary Flames and Anaheim Ducks tied at 0s, and the Canucks Golden Knights tee off at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. With all the action going back and forth, the Toronto Maple Leafs are 6 points back of the Boston Bruins, and they have some games in hand, so it's going to be real interesting there in the National Hockey League, but we'll talk about that
Pops
more
this one out of play.
tomorrow night, because we have doubleheader Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday doubleheader. It's going to be the Leafs and the Lightning, followed by the Oilers and the Stars.
Catching, which he'll do most of the time. We're playing in the DH role. He was a DH 30 times last year, actually 36 times a year ago. This is the second time
right,
he
Phil?
served as the DH.
Pitch misses. 1-1 the count now. Don't forget the Sunday in Toronto and Scott and the Yankees Blue Jays with the airship going on. Wow, Paulette.
Changeup inside on the right. He fouled off 1-2.
Yeah, good changeup. He's got a very good changeup, and we have talked about this in the past, how some pitchers are reluctant to throw the arm side changeup to hitters where lefties on lefties and righties on righties. I never could understand that.
Pitch
Doesn't
coming
make
in,
any
that
sense to me.
misses
If you have a
again.
good changeup, it's going to be effective, and you want to throw it into zone because you want it hit softly.
Yeah, Jonathan
And
caught
if
me
they're
off
geared up on
guard
your
big
fastball,
time.
that changeup's going to be about
Florida's hurt.
3
No,
feet
Florida's
slower, getting
really
home.
banged up right now. Not that I'm making excuses. It was
Missed
a good win for
back-to-back
the
just
Leafs.
off the corner with the slurve, and you don't see much emotion at all on the mound from Barrios, but just a little
Certainly is, Patrick.
slap
It
of his
certainly
hand in his glove
is.
there. Unhappy
And
that he
every day playoff
didn't have it
spots
right
are
on the
changing.
corner, didn't get a chase.
This one is going to be
And
driven
now one ripped down the left field line and off
down in the
scoreboard
corner.
on a
Here
bounce.
comes going to second base.
And into second with a
Schneider
double is
picks that up, and they're
Diaz.
going to loft that one in.
I think Jose was
So with no outs, Astros
anxious to
have
throw
a
that
runner on
changeup,
second.
but he
Diaz
didn't finish the
first
pitch
double
and left
this
it
year.
up in the zone, and you can see it's up and on the inside part of the plate, and with 2 strikes, Diaz was able to get to it and keep it fair.
So a leadoff double will bring Jose Abreu to the plate.
Thanks,
Abreu
Alex.
struck out against Barrios.
Pitch coming in. Misses, but
And
gets
Barrios
called
gets
strike.
the call on the inside corner to jump out in front.
Yeah, Texas. There's some
MVP, the
weird
American
names
League,
I'm
and the
hearing
COVID shortened
for new
2020
kind of mixed
season, Jose
pitches.
Abreu.
The slurve is one of those ones. The slider curve, and this
And a
one is
high
poor.
fly ball to
Skied
left.
way up. It's traveling
Schneider
back to the
going
wall.
back, and he'll make the
Schneider makes the
catch.
catch at one of the deepest parts of the park.
Boy, that feels like it was a bit of an adventure out there. There are all kinds of nooks and crannies in this ballpark.
Yeah, and that's why the outfielders play where they do here in this ballpark. They play over in that slot in front of the
Schneider with that
Crawford
mustache, you
scoreboard,
think he was a
where
hockey
you
player.
have room to go back, and he turned and didn't really get turned all the way around. He never wanted to take his eye off the baseball, so he kind of drifts with it back onto the warning track, but he stays with it and makes the catch.
Play on at second. Oh, and a better throw, and they might have had him.
Yeah, Barrios was very good at that, and that's a play that the catcher puts on, and it's a timing play. The catcher will drop his glove as soon as he sees that second baseman moving in there, and Barrios' timing is good, but he didn't make a good throw.
Misses low, but gets called strike. The umpire helping Barrios out a little bit here in the 5th inning.
Breaking ball down and away.
That's true, Patrick. I feel the
He
same.
hasn't hit with that breaking ball the way. He's pulled it a little bit too far outside, and it's really not effective right now. Just needs to change his sights a bit.
Pitch coming in. That one
And
was
doesn't
in
get
there,
the
but
call at the
doesn't
top
get
of the
that
zone,
call.
and you can see from his body language he thought he would. It's 2-1.
And now the dugout's giving it to the home plate umpire, saying, where was that pitch? And Barrios thought he had found the strike zone away.
So this was a big problem last year with how the umpires called balls and strikes. I was kind of hoping this year would be back to normal. That one's in there. 2-2 evens up the count.
Barrios only has 3 swings and misses tonight. It's been a game of contact early in the at-bats. He's gotten 2 swings and misses on his 2-seamer and 1 on the slurve. That's it.
That one's going to be high. Did he go
Didn't
around?
get one there
They
as
ask at first
McCormick
base,
checked
and
his
they say
swing.
no.
It's a full count. Using his timeout, Chad Fairchild got his hand up in the air. Now points back out of Barrios. Clock resumes, and away they go.
Pitch low. He's
And
going to walk.
just low. Barrios was asking if it was inside. He wants to know why it wasn't called a strike. Either way, it's ball 4.
Yeah,
So
there were a
that's 2
couple
on
close
now,
calls
1
that didn't go
out.
Barrios'
Barrios getting
way. He
himself in a
thought
little
that
bit of trouble
curveball
here.
had caught the inside corner, and he might have been right. It looked like it was low, but
There's that slurve.
called it low. It was over the plate. Pete Walker's going to take a visit to the mound now, and this is just an opportunity to get Barrios catch his breath and rethink the situation here.
That is very funny.
got the Astros in
a little
double
meeting
play
of the mind
situation.
taking place on the
And
mound.
Pena, he grounded out to the pitcher, weak contact, his first time up, and beat Walker. Very deliberate message to Barrios.
It's kind of funny, you know, from overhead when they show everybody huddled up on the mound
So
and the
first and
umpire
second with a
walks
one out,
up, and as he
Jeremy
gets to
Pena,
the
the
mound,
number 8
everyone
hitter, is the
splits.
batter.
It kind of looks like, you know, if you're
Pena is
bowling
0 for 9 now
and you have an
against
overhead
Barrios,
shot of
so
the
he
pins,
hasn't
and you
had
see the
much
ball
luck,
coming
and
down,
I'm sure
and they all fall.
Walker was
That's
telling him,
exactly
"Hey, just
what it
make
looked
your
like, that
pitches to
overhead
this guy,
shot
you'll get a ground
of
ball,
the
we'll get
meeting
you out of this
splitting
inning."
up as the umpire
Well, it's tough to
walking
get
up to the
around a
mound.
leadoff double, but Barrios has the pitches that he can do it.
Ball 1.
Still hasn't hit with that breaking ball. He's pulling it off the plate outside. As for a new ball.
Texas, are you referring to me?
He has thrown 14, whatever you want to call them, slurves tonight is what he usually calls it. 14 slurves. Only one of them has been in the strike zone. And granted, it's a chase pitch.
I think they
Now,
named the
50,
slurve
only
after a
one of
game
them
they were out
in
drinking.
the strike zone, but
He's
he's not
like,
getting it
"He's
close
in
enough
my
to the corners to
slurve
get the
ball."
chase.
Yeah, it's out of the
That's how
strike
they
zone,
came up
out of
with
his
the
hand.
name slurve.
And so the Astros can discount it. Just take it off their list.
Pitch
And this is
outside
very
again.
uncharacteristic
3-0
here,
now.
Barrios, as he falls behind 3-0.
Yikes.
Got to make a pitch to this guy.
Got
Takes
him
a
on the
strike on
corner.
the inside
Strike
corner,
one. All right,
3-1.
3-1 now.
Still wants another baseball. He's not feeling good in his hand. That's the second time he's asked for a baseball this inning.
The way Valdez looks tonight, the Blue Jays can ill afford to fall any further behind. Here's a ground ball to
This one is
short.
hit over,
To second
getting one
one,
across in
on to
time for
first
2.
in time.
Nice
And
play.
he does get the ground ball, and he does get the double play. And he does keep it at a 1-run game through 5 here in Houston.
There we go. The Jays get out of it, going to the top of the 6th. They need to figure something out, and figure something out super, super quickly, because they are having some struggles right now. Jays they can get a man on, but they can't get more than one, and that's the big problem right now, is how are they going to figure this out? Jays gotta come up with something. They gotta come up with a plan. And right now that plan is failing. Spaceman, what's going on? Welcome in. We got the brooms on those Stros. Spaceman, they handed it to us pretty good yesterday. So no brooms, but hey, let's get a 1 and even it up 1-1. That's what we got to do. One of the Jays announcers is a play-by-play from the Mariners. Really? Do you know who? That's kind of weird. Oh, gotcha, Yankees fan. Yankees. Those Yankees. You guys swept them. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down now. So coming back top of the 6th inning, Toronto struggling. Springer, he's going to lead it off.
His turn, Jose Barrios. He watches
Jays
the play
trying
unfold.
to get back in
Points
this
to his
game,
catcher
trying to
and
score
says,
a run.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Really? They're 5-0?
Kirk
I didn't
good
realize.
pitch. He got the results he wanted, and he's had 2 double plays. And boy,
That's how
what,
you start a
you give up
season.
a leadoff double in an inning and then strand that runner at second base, you're pitching. And he acknowledges
yes.
catcher
Oh,
for
you're
his
very
good work.
welcome.
Pitchers love to throw
So
to
the
Kirk.
Blue Jay
They really
guys
do. They
are
like
Buck
what he does, and I
Martinez,
think
who
he's
he was an
really good with
ex-manager,
guys that work down in the
and
zone.
he's been around
Guys
forever.
that can
And Dan
pound
Schulman
that bottom of the zone
is
is
the other
great with
gentleman.
those
Dan
guys.
Schulman also been around a very long time.
Can the bats get going against Valdez? They do have 4 hits against him. 2 singles, 2 doubles, but haven't been able to
Pirates
score. Top of the
also,
order with
wow.
Springer, Guerrero, and Bichette here in the 6th.
Thank you with those thumbs up, with those likes. Appreciate it. This one down in the dirt.
George got off to the great start this season, homered in each of the first 2 games. Has cooled off since then. Still taking his walks to 2 last night, 1 the day before that. You can see his numbers in 7 years with the Astros, an all-star 3 times with Houston.
Springer's going to chop this one into right. It's drifting. It's drifting. Nice catch there.
He makes the catch.
Tucker comes down on the run. Yeah, Cameron, I don't know if we'll do them all, but we should be able to pick up one of those.
Tucker got a good break on contact.
I don't see why not at this point.
Watch the flight of the ball as it goes into the hitting zone, and that pitch was away, and he's thinking this might come my way, and he got a good jump on it. Makes a nice running catch. Just short of the warning track and rank.
Now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 on a couple of ground balls to short.
0-3 now for Springer.
Vladdy had a terrific series in St. Pete against the Rays, but has not had any fun here with the Astros. 0 for 6. 3 strikeouts, 3 groundouts.
You know, this particular edition of the Blue Jays overall has
Ray, thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it.
186
Spaceman, there might be a Redeem Yankees in there. I don't remember if there's one still loaded.
Good pitching, and you might expect those types of numbers.
This one in the dirt again.
There aren't
so
too many guys on this Blue Jays roster that have good numbers against Houston for their career. Look at the Blue Jays as a team. I mentioned this roster is at 186. Vladdy himself came into this game with a 195 career batting average in 25 games.
Vlad's going to reach for this one. He's going to chop it to second. That's going to be thrown out. Vlad chasing the pitch. Not a good one at all. Okay, I guess there is no Redeem Yankees.
Let's support Canada's team. Rogers, proud owner of the Toronto Blue Jays.
See if we can get one of those in there. I can't remember which baseball teams I have loaded at this point.
2 down and the base is empty for Bo Bichette, returning to the lineup tonight after missing the last 2 games. He is 1 for 2.
Here's Bichette. Bichette 1 for 2. Going to take that first one in their first strike. Not good for my fantasy baseball. I've given up on fantasy baseball. Bo going to chase this one and hit it to the second baseman. He flips that over the first, and he's done too.
On to the bottom of the 6th.
The Blue Jays cannot get it going. We're going to bottom of inning number 6 is the Blue Jays. They've mustered 4 hits today, so they've made contact, but they cannot get anything going. And to think, Bichette on that double tried to reach home. If he would have just stopped at third and given it a chance, we would have had runners in second and third with a chance to score 1, if not 2. But instead, Bo tried to stretch it and run home. And he got tagged at the plate, and they haven't even come close since. Monday. Oh, no worries. He kept the ticket stub. Paulette, I loved when it was hard tickets, when it was paper tickets. I as well. I kept all my ticket stubs. I made a scrapbook of my hockey tickets back when because I had so many from Maple Leaf Gardens. I love having the ticket stubs. They were the best. Yeah, Spaceman, they're beat up right now. They're hurting. Panthers are hurting right now. They got some injuries. Of course, Verhaeghe's out week to week, which is not a good situation. But and Kachuk is out with illness, and Panthers are a little sore. Wow, I just flipped it over 5-2. Montreal, unbelievable. I'm shocked. 6-2 Buffalo over the Capitals. Wow. Pittsburgh now beating the New Jersey Devils. Oh, the Devils. Nick, what happened to the Devils? Losing to the Penguins. You needed those points. Minnesota's up over Ottawa. Nashville, Boston still tied at 0s. Wow. All right, coming back here.
Or fewer over the last 6 years, 5th in baseball. And look at the other 4 dudes.
Yeah, they're all the premier pitchers in baseball. We don't give Barrios the credit he deserves for being a consistent pitcher. I mean, those are the best in baseball, and he's right there with him. He's also 3rd in the majors in innings pitched behind Garrett Cole and Aaron Nola. I mean, he takes the ball, and he doesn't shy away from a start. You know, 2 years ago, he had a very, very tough season, but he took the ball every time. He went out there, never made excuses, and last year he rebounded very effectively.
The Blue Jays signed him to an extension after they acquired him from Minnesota. This is year 3 of a 7-year deal for Berríos. One hopper to second, righted Kiner Falefa, waits for Guerrero to get to the bag. 1 down.
That'll bring Jose Altuve to the plate, and with that, this is StatCast powered by Google Cloud, and Altuve, who's responsible for the only run in this game.
Need to
back
step
in the
up
4th
for
inning.
sure.
He got a high fastball
very
from
good
Jose
point.
Berríos, and he jumped all
They're
over
having a tough start.
Astros
Bichette,
sign in
I
left
mean, with
field,
his
404
neck spasms,
feet
that
away above
definitely
the
is going
box.
to hurt. You know, those neck spasms.
His second of the season.
But
That's the
the
only
Jays
run of
got to
this
get
ball
themselves
game.
going.
It's his
Pitching, for the most part, has been
211th
okay
career
from
home
Berríos
run.
here
He's hit
today.
31 homers twice.
And Alto
28
is
another
the
time.
Mr. Home Run for today.
He's also a 307 lifetime hitter. And I know batting average isn't valued nearly as much as it used to be,
Guerrero's
but
not
that's the
giving him
highest of
much
any
to
player
swing.
in baseball. Guys don't hit 330, 340 like they used to. It's just too hard. Pitchers are too good and bullpens are too good. 307 is the highest.
Christina G,
lifetime
how's it
average
going?
for
Good to
any
see you.
active
Hope
player.
you're doing well.
Freddie Freeman is second. It
Up
shows you
top
how good
getting
Freddie
the call.
Freeman is because he's got some thump too.
There's only 3 active players that have hit over 300 as we speak. Altuve, Freeman,
Yeah,
and Mike
Chris.
Trout.
I didn't see
That's
that
it.
one coming. Pitch inside.
Inside, 3-1.
3-1, excuse me. Guys used to wear and tear the pitchers. Yeah, right now it's a big pitcher
Over 2,000
battle.
hits,
Neither
closing
team
in
has
on
mustered a ton
300
of
stolen
hits.
bases.
Pitchers are doing
Doesn't run
okay.
nearly as much as he used to when he was younger.
Down the
One
gut,
year he stole
3-2.
56 bases.
Full count. 1 out.
Yeah, and then he really discovered his power. And, you know, he's a heck of a player. As we mentioned last night, he's headed for the Hall of Fame. He's going to play a long time.
All right,
Full
Chris.
count here with the 1 down in the bottom of the 6th in this 1-0
You've made me have to do it.
And that's up and in, ball 4.
So he's going to walk him, loses him. There you go,
You know,
Spaceman. I got
guy
you.
that played second base for the
This season,
Astros.
we're
that was
swinging
pretty
for
good
doubles.
player.
So they're
New Bud Light.
trying to get this one in. Jay's giving up a walk. One on, 1 out.
So here's Yordan Alvarez.
Nice
And
pitch.
you were saying
in there
about
for a
Jose
strike.
Altuve that yesterday, or opening day, was his 12th opening day start at second to base. Only one guy's done it more. Craig Biggio, 14.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was another second baseman that was before Biggio, also in the Hall of Fame, Joe Morgan.
That's right.
Strike 2.
People forget Joe Morgan started here with the Colt 45s.
For like 5-6 years he was here.
He
right?
played
Jared,
here
what's
10
going on?
years.
Welcome.
He played here 10 years?
Yeah. He played here the
Yeah, we
longest
talked about
of
that a
any
little
place
earlier.
in
It's
his
a
career.
sad day. It's a sad day when something like that happens.
Runner
This
is
is gonna
going.
go
Ground
right
ball
second.
to
It's
third.
Bobbles.
Clement
Can't get him
has
on the
it.
double play.
They'll throw
Now they're
out
going back
Alvarez,
across.
And then Altuve was thinking about maybe going to third because everybody had kind of cleared out. Berríos ran over to third. Bichette was thinking about
John,
heading over
wishful
there.
thinking, John. Wishful
In
thinking.
the end, it works out okay for the Blue Jays. 2 down and a runner at second.
But he makes
Yeah,
contact,
anytime
goes to
you
get
have
him
a
at
shift
first
like
base,
that,
hold the
the
runner
ball's hit
at
to
second.
the only defender on the left side. That's Ernie Clement, the third baseman. Altuve's thinking about going to third, but look at everybody's headed toward third.
Yeah, Texas. They
Berríos
have a
took off
ton
to
of young
third.
talent. They just
Kirk was
they
headed to
got to
third.
figure a way
Bo
of
had
getting it
his
going. Thank you,
eyes
by
set
the
on
way, for
third,
hitting that
but Ernie
subscribe
made
and
the
hitting
play,
those
and
likes.
They keep
I
Altuve
appreciate
at
it.
second. Now they've got a base open. I'm sure that's what this conversation is about between Kirk and Berríos. You got a
There you go.
terrific hitter at the
That's
plate.
right.
Kyle
Everybody has a chance to
Alex
bring those
Bregman is
graphics up
scuffling
on
mightily
screen.
right now.
And everybody, if you're
And,
in,
you know, they might even take
making,
it out of these two
making,
hands, but
if you're in,
doesn't look like
in the
they're gonna
chat, if you're chatting away,
intensely
you're
walk
also
Tucker.
earning points.
But
You
in
can
this
check your
series so
points at
far,
any time by
Bregman
doing
is 0 for
exclamation mark
6.
points.
with 3
However, I do
strikeouts.
want to mention all
Barrios has had
points are going
pretty
to be reset at the
significant
end of the
splits. Lefties hit
NHL
'em
regular season.
much better than righties do, typically.
Yeah, I'm really kind
Yeah,
of
Jared,
surprised
it's
they
tough.
just don't put him on. And
It's
obviously,
anytime
Kirk says,
in
hey,
any
man,
league,
let's
when a
make some good
franchise
pitches to this guy.
kind of gets shut down
and
like
we've
that.
got a base open.
It's very difficult. And all those guys that were players now instantly become free
Jake
agents.
Fairchild is saying
Very
that
tough.
Barrios has to allow Tucker to get
Guys
set
trying to make names for
before he
themselves
came
at this
to his
point.
set
Where are they
position.
going to go?
But it was just like a warning.
Yeah.
They didn't put ball 1 on the count.
So Barrero's
Now Tucker's
70th pitch is about to be delivered. He's got 2 outs
Now
on the
Barrios
board, runner
sets.
at second base. This one's
And
going to be
ground
hit right
ball to the
up,
left
grabbed.
side. Clemens got it.
Flipping
Little
it
bit
over
of a
to
double
first in
clutch,
time.
but he'll get him easily. Tucker not moving much down the line. And wait a minute, that's why. It was catcher's interference on Alejandro Kirk. Tucker knew it. And so this inning is not over.
Yeah. That's why Tucker was just jogging up the line. He felt
Jared,
the
I'm not
impact
sure.
of the catcher's
I'll be
mitt
honest,
on his
I don't
bat.
know. I'd have to look.
Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire, came out immediately and indicated catcher's interference. So
Jonathan,
Tucker
when we
will
were
end
set,
up at
you'll
first,
get a
and
chance to
Kirk
jump ahead of
reaches
Kirk.
out for it, and you could see how, I mean, he really hit it, and Tucker was pointing to the umpire, so that's why he was jogging up the line. So that's an air charge to the catcher.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
So we're going to get back into this.
That's really
He
been
goes
a
to
problem
first,
for Barrios,
so
'cause he
instead of
hasn't
the
been
Jays
able to
being
land
out of
that
it,
slurve on the
runner on
outside
first,
corner to the
runner on
right-handers.
second,
It's
still
just not
2
been
outs.
an effective
Bergman up
part
here.
of his
He's 0 for 2.
repertoire tonight.
Trying to pitch out of this with Bregman at the plate, and now he missed inside with it. And it is normally a
2-0
pitch
now.
that is money for him. I mean, he can get a ton of swings and misses from righties and really land it where he wants to, but he has not had command of that slurve tonight.
Is this real? Not ear smell, no smell, or no smell.
There's a better one
Onyx,
right on the
I have
corner,
no
2-1.
Very, very patient
Raymond,
with that
what's going
last
on? Welcome
delivery,
in.
and he got the desired results.
Thank you very much. You're more than welcome. Two one inside,
Just
doesn't get
up
the
and in
call.
with a fastball, ball
Goes to
3.
3-1 now.
Yeah, he thought he made a pretty good pitch right there. In a good sequence, he dropped the breaking ball on the outside corner and then took a shot at the inside corner with the fastball. Go back inside.
I totally ruined your joke. That one's going to be fouled back.
Powered him a bit with a fastball.
Going to be full
forcing
count now.
Good
3-2, 2 outs. Yeah, John B. Crazy. What's happening?
Boy, stressful inning here dealing with the top of the order. Jose Altuve's out at second. Kyle Tucker's at first. 2 down. 1-run game.
I'm
Runners
glad
will be
we
on
could
the
be there
move.
for you, Raymond.
Diaz would be next. Barrios trying to put away Bregman right here.
2 on, 2 out, full count.
But first he'll step off.
Wow, Nick, that's wild.
Three-two. Weakly hit to the left side, and it
Hits the batter,
Altuve,
hits the runner.
So he's out.
Wow. That is amazing. A player of his stature somehow lost sight of the baseball and runs into the ball. He can't get out of the way.
That's funny. It was coming right at him, and he stutter stepped. He stutter stepped to try and jump away, and then he ends up just standing there and lets the ball hit him, and then jumped afterwards. So the Jays get out of a jam there. We got Turner, Schneider, and Kirk coming up here, top of inning number 7. The Jays starting to run out of outs. All they need to do is put one on to tie. Yeah, Vaughn, very close game. Very, very close game. But what a bizarre inning that was, right? First, you had the catcher interference, which, prevented the end of the inning and put an extra runner on. And then you had that bizarre play where the ball was just slow hopping out to kind of between third and short, and Alvarez lets it hit him. I mean, that was just so weird. Raymond is calling 2 runs coming up for the Blue Jays. Let's see, wouldn't that be nice? turn this game around and take the lead with one swing of the bat. That would be pretty sweet. If you're just coming in and joining us, welcome to the show. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb 12 Experience. This is our first baseball stream here of the season. We've been doing a ton of hockey, so if you're a hockey fan, you have come to the right place. We have you covered down the stretch and all throughout the playoffs. Starting tomorrow, Wednesday, it is Wacky Wednesday, doubleheader. We got the Leafs in the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7 o'clock. Then we have the Oilers in the Dallas Stars. That's going to be at 9:30, so we'll join that immediately following the Leafs in Tampa Bay. And then Friday, we're going to have the Oilers versus the Colorado Avalanche. If you joined us for the Oilers and Avalanche early on in the season, it was one of the best games we've seen all year. And then Saturday for Hockey Night in Canada, we have an all-Canadian doubleheader, Leafs and Habs, followed by the Oilers and Flames. It is going to be good with one of the oldest rivalries in the NHL, followed by the Battle of Alberta.
So the out is 5 unassisted.
And there's a lot more coming up
credit for the
next week.
Bregman is credited with a base hit on that play, but the out obviously ended the inning. Here's Justin Turner. He's had a good night. 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles.
They're actually very vicious. I didn't know that. We have a bunch of Blue Jays in our backyard, and they're
high changeup. Second one was a low curveball. It was probably a ball down and in off the plate. They just golfed.
So here's
it down
Justin
the
Turner.
left field
Turner
line
has 2 doubles on the day.
Now a ball got loose near the Astros dugout, so that's why there's a bit of a delay.
He's a guy that can put the Jays in a chance, give the Jays a chance, and he's going to drive this one back, way back in the gap. That's going to drop in, and it's cut off. He's going to stop at 1. He had a chance to go for 2.
His 3rd hit of the game.
But Turner's 3 for 3 today.
Everything he's hit has been low.
That's going to bring his average up to 350.
McCormick gets over. You see where he's shaded way over in right center. He's got a long run, and he thought about diving right there.
He could have easily turned that into 2.
He's able to keep Turner to a long single.
8 games to go. Matthews has 62. Can he hit 70? Yes,
so here's
John
Davis
thinks
Schneider.
he can. It's going to be close.
A strikeout and a ground out for Schneider, who's the left fielder tonight.
Ooh, Nick, good question. I don't want to say I'll get in trouble.
I think this is a good matchup for Davis Schneider. He's had trouble with balls up in the zone, but
ask me that tomorrow night.
He lives downstairs.
Give you an answer.
He doesn't come upstairs very often.
Runs off the corner, ball and a strike.
So with Turner on, we got to advance.
Down right now,
we have not been able to
the
get him
or the
close to home plate.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Just don't get too anxious.
Turner being held on at first by Abreu. Breaking ball, 1 and 2.
Good cut at that pitch. He had a pretty good idea. That was the pitch he was going to get, and he was able to put a pretty good swing on it.
That one's going to be down low. They're going.
Yes, he did.
Oh, come on.
Carlos
They're saying
Torres,
he went around.
The first base umpire, says Schneider went around.
I don't think he went around. Schneider not happy about that either.
He checked his swing, but he came
I
back
need to see a replay of that. He checked his swing. I thought he barely checked
curveball in
his
a
swing.
row, and let's see
Here's
where
the opposite
the
angle
bat
camera.
stops, and he checked his swing.
No, he did not go around.
He sure did.
That's a missed call by the umpire. That is a bad call.
Here's Alejandro Kirk.
Kirk is going to come in. He's going to
one
drive
up the
this to
middle,
second. They're going to flip
backhanded
it.
by Altuve.
Touch for 1 over to first in time for 2. So a double play ends
So
the inning when it
it
really shouldn't. So a missed call by the umpire. And the Blue Jays cannot get it done again, leaving a runner stranded on the base.
Let's go!
Gustavo, welcome in. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the channel. So the Blue Jays, they're really trying to make this interesting here as we're going to the bottom of number 7. It's the 7th inning stretch. So everybody get up. Get up and stretch. Whoa. As we trip. Oh, big stretch. Who's going to sing the song? Let's go. Blue Jays. Let's play ball. We got the diamonds. I'm not singing the song. But everybody give it a stretch. I don't know, Texas on the opposite side replay. He barely came across. I thought that was a pretty good check. It was pretty close. There's also a chance I'll be a billionaire. Onyx, please do. Please do. Then you can take me for lunch. There you go. Beverly's getting the song going. So they're going to do it. They're going to come in here. Blue Jays are going to find a way. They're going to find a way. They can't get shut out in back-to-back games. It's not going to be. It's not going to be. All right, coming back on. Barreros is back out here in the seventh inning.
Set him back. They kind of want to regulate his innings and his workload. It's easier to do that in the minors, but they also kind of want to say, hey, if you only got so many innings in you this year, why not get him up here in the majors?
Yeah, he's a big league pitcher. He will be here sooner than later. Because you mentioned it, Dan, they're not going to allow him to throw a lot of innings this year. They project him to be a starter down the road, but why waste his innings?
Rios versus Diaz. Diaz 1 for 2. First pitch in their first strike.
And whether, who knows when he's coming up, but if he keeps pitching well, he's coming. Whether he's a starter, whether he's a multi-inning reliever, you know, a guy who comes out of the bullpen,
not mad at all. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show.
The gap from a starter to a closer.
We appreciate fans of all teams here. We just like to have a good time.
But he's coming. Eric Swanson, Jordan Romano. Romano, by the way, threw a side today. That apparently went well. John Schneider said everything went fine today. Alec Manoah threw in an intra-squad
curve
game
in there. 1-2 the count
at the TD Ballpark in Dunedin, threw to Danny Jansen. So they've got at minimum 4 guys: Manoah, Swanson, Romano, and Rodriguez. All have different situations and different roles, but they're all trying to work their way back to the major leagues as quickly as they can.
Yeah, and Swanson and Romano, they probably will be with the Blue Jays at some point on the homestand. And that's the hope, to get them back. But they're going to make sure they're right before they're back.
The last series of the homestand is against the Yankees. And wouldn't it be great for the Blue Jays if they could have Danny Jansen, Eric Swanson, and Jordan Romano back for those 3 games?
Yeah. I think that's the target. I think that's what they'd like to have.
Hayden, what's going on? Welcome in.
The 2-2 to Yainer Diaz. Misses in. It's a full count. And we have our first sign of any bullpen activity tonight.
I'd like to see a team out in
Jays. Jimmy Garcia is getting up in the pen.
Awesome.
Well, this is the
Jimmy
first
Garcia warming up
this year.
Jimmy drove me absolutely batty last year. Some games he was great, some games he was not.
The appeal didn't go.
You're going to say this one didn't go.
Ball 4.
Ball 4.
Let's go down to Hazel.
Dan, a side note on that Rodriguez outing with Buffalo. The Bison's victory ended up being Casey Candel's 200th as manager of the Bison. So some congratulations to Casey from all of us. Dan.
Very cool. Thank you, Hazel. It was a 2-0 win in extra innings. The Bison scored
only
2 runs.
Well, 83 now,
in the top of the 10th to win that game.
Very limited on his pitches, which is nice to see at this point.
Rodriguez threw 55 pitches in his 4 innings. Here's Jose Abreu, and again, Barrios looking for a ball on the ground here. And he just can't land that
Expos were great,
which is
David Boy. I remember when I was younger going to Montreal to Olympic Stadium to watch the Expos.
He's got so much confidence he can throw a strike with
so much fun. I actually really liked that building. That building had such personality.
1-2. Got a fastball by him. You know, it goes to show you how good he can be, because he clearly isn't at his best tonight, facing a very good offensive team in a good hitting ballpark, and here he is in a 1-0 game in the bottom of the 7th.
You know, that is a great reminder that these guys spent 32 starts a season. They might have everything together 7 or 8 times. That's about it.
missed there.
I
2-2.
think being a top-notch
Pitch airport
starter
twice
in
and
Major
Olympic
League
Stadium
is the
once.
most difficult
Nice.
position
Did
on
you
the
like
field.
Olympic Stadium?
To
I
perform
loved
just
it.
once every 5 days. You go out there
Now, of course,
and you only
I
get
was
to
there
play once a week,
and
basically.
my
and
memory is probably
it's
a little bit of
demanding, man.
stretch from reality there. This one is going to be
Base
driven
hit
hard into right
for
field.
Abreu. Diaz will round and come to third, and the Astros in business here with nobody out.
Runners on the corners.
Well, a
Small
long battle
stadium
for these
and a
two
pure
guys, and that's a
concrete
pretty
floor.
good pitch on the outer part of the plate. Abreu hits it past Vladdy into right field.
So the
Diaz
Astros
easily
threatening
goes first
here,
and third,
big
and
time.
John Snyder's going to make a move here.
Here we go. We are getting a
like it.
pitching change.
It's a time where you need a strikeout, and Barrios has done a great job. He's held the 2-1
I'd love to see
game,
a
and now
team
he'll look
back
for
there
some
for
help
sure.
out of the bullpen with Jimmy Garcia coming in. Bottom of the order, you got a chance to strike your way out of this situation.
All right, they're going to make a pitching change. Yimi Garcia is going to come in. This pitching change is brought to you by the Samwelb B12 experience. Oh, boy. Hopefully, Yimi can come in and shut this one down without giving up too many runs. Of course, with runners on the corners, there's a pretty good probability here that they might get at least one. Balls, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. This game sucks. And it's not bad. It's not bad. Listen, Jays haven't been able to score a run. They've at least got some base runners today. That's an increase over yesterday, but they got to find a way of driving them home. They're leaving too many men on the base pass. That's just not good. Maybe it's hockey. Hayden's pushing really hard, really wants it to be on ice. I feel like we were doing good getting on base, but just like last year, can't drive anything in. Yeah, it's a problem, and they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They'll get things back on track, right? We'll get things back on track. If you're just coming in, thank you for joining us. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button for us. And if you haven't come in the chat before, come on in, say hello. Let us know who you are and where you're watching from. We'd love to know. And thanks for joining our channel and our community. This is our first baseball stream of the year. We're making sure everything is working and functioning as expected, and so far, so good. Of course, we have a bunch of NHL hockey coming up the rest of the week and into the weekend, and of course, down the stretch, but we'll have some baseball games in there as well, and of course, when hockey comes to an end, we'll be switching full tilt into Blue Jays baseball. So, welcome to your channel for Toronto sports. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you again. But let's see if the Blue Jays can figure this one out.
Into the game, but inheriting a challenging situation. First and third, nobody out.
Garcia's only pitched once this season. It was Saturday against Tampa Bay through 16 pitches in that.
Yimi Garcia.
You know, I like this
Yikes.
move. You
Last
got first
season,
and third, nobody out.
4.09 ERA.
Double play, pop up right here. The first
10.8 strikeouts per 9
Garcia
innings.
has the weapons to
Yimi drove
get
me
out of this
absolutely
situation.
bonkers.
Barrios
He really frustrated
did a
me last
great
season.
job
Hopefully this year he's
without
going to
his
have
prime
a bit of a better
pitches working.
go.
Terrific
Let's see what he does here in a
outing
tough
for Barrios, just 2
situation.
strikeouts.
Runners on the
Diaz
corners,
and Abreu
nobody
aboard.
out.
And
First
Chaz
pitch is gonna
McCormick
miss
is the
inside.
batter. He is singled and walked.
Of course, McCormick,
Infield
who's
kinda
hitting
halfway for the
313
Blue
right now,
Jays.
is 1 for 1 with a single. He did have a walk as well. Gonna miss outside the other side, but he gets
Garcia
called
was a Houston
strike.
Astro, not for long, but he was with the Astros after getting traded here from the Marlins at the
Or
deadline in the 2021 season.
The umpire signaled strike, but it's listed up as a ball right now. That's weird.
Pitched for them in the postseason that year.
This one is going to be poked.
This is to right field,
Shallow
but
right,
not
running
deep.
in, gonna make the
Coming in
catch.
Springer, and
Are they gonna
Diaz isn't
tag? No,
going
Diaz is
anywhere.
gonna
The
be
throw
held.
cut by Guerrero, one
With
down.
a nice
No,
throw
good
coming
job by
in.
Garcia, get that fly ball to shallow right.
So we got one
George
out on the
Springer
board.
came
Now
in and
Springer with a
charged
nice
quickly
play.
and had a lot of momentum going toward home
Thank you
plate.
for hitting
so
that
the runners on
subscribe.
the corners with nobody out. They just hold their ground.
Now a double play can get you out of the inning, but it's a It's Jeremy Pena, who has already grounded into a double play tonight. Ernie Clement at third saying something to Bo Bichette. They come together to talk strategy a little bit.
Yeah,
never faced
I'm waiting to form an opinion. So far, I'm not impressed, Davey Boy, but we'll see.
Make a good pitch on the first pitch.
We'll see how he comes through. There's a pitch coming in. This one is going to be skied up. Bichette, he's
Left
under
side
it.
Of the infield, Bichette
And he's
going
to make the catch. So just like that, the Jays pick up 2 outs.
Very aggressive. We've talked about it all game.
Runners
long.
on the corners
was aware of that.
from no outs to 2 outs.
So he's now out of way
So
from
Yimmy's
coming in here and
doing his best to try and get the team out of this inning without giving up anything.
He is very good. You can use him any point in the ball game. Leverage situation, backhand. He can close. He can certainly pick up the slack until Romano and Swanson get back.
The batter now is the number 9 hitter, the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. Who has struck out and grounded out.
There's a pitch coming in on the
that's
corner.
In there
Nice
over the
pitch
outside
there.
corner for a called strike.
0-1.
Strike!
And again, Kirk out with a series of signs for the infield about how they'll play it if the runner at first breaks.
I don't think they're going to do that with these 2 base runners. Diaz, the catcher, at third, and the heavy-footed first baseman, Abreu.
Yeah, that would go in the highly unlikely category.
It up to 1-1.
Better safe than sorry, though, if you're on defense.
Onyx, what's my excuse?
A 1-0 game. The Astros out hitting the Blue Jays 6-5.
Coming in. Oh, come on. That was in there. Doesn't get the call.
He thought he made a good pitch on the inside corner. He didn't like the call. Got plenty of the plate.
2-1.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike!
Texas. All right, 2-2, 2 outs. It's a big pitch coming up here. Crowd is getting behind this one. Pitch coming in low.
And didn't get the call there.
Thought he got
Low
a piece of it, but that's going to bring it to a full
fastball, and now
count
it's
with
full.
2 outs. Yikes.
There's no crying in baseball!
And John Schneider's trying to move somebody around. There goes
Here's
the
the
runner
pitch.
from first.
In there. Oh,
And that
yes,
is
he's going to ring him up.
called. Garcia inheriting first and third, nobody out, and getting out of it.
My goodness,
Still
that was a
1-0.
delayed strike 3 call. Holy moly. Yimmy Garcia comes in, ends up picking up 3 outs. The Blue Jays got out of there, got out of that one. Yeah, David Boy, that was, holy moly, that was super, super close. So we're going to the top of inning number 8. Again, the Blue Jays can change things around quickly.
Strike 3, you're out.
Clement, he is coming up, followed by Keener Falafa, and then Kiermaier. Those are the 3 on deck. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This one is coming down to the wire, and it is a super exciting game. Pitchers matchup extraordinaire. 6 hits for Houston, 5 hits for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays do have 1 error, and it was that catcher interference on Kirk as the swing came through, catching part of his glove. Flip a coin with some umps. Yeah, Davey Boy, some of the calls are just brutal. But these, for the most part, this umpire has been okay. There's only been a couple where, you know, based off the square, what they show, it's been way outside or way low, and they've missed it. But for the most part, the ones they've called are like right there. So it's very, very, very close. Go Jays. Let's get these Jays going. She should be hitting 5th. That's well, we'll have to see. We'll see if he gets moved up or down in the lineup. I think one of the problems the Jays had last year, right, is the top of their lineup was stacked. By the time you got lower down, I mean, I know you had Chapman at times hitting lower down. They struggled at the bottom half of their lineup. I know Springer got moved down at one point. The bottom of their lineup was just not very good. So I like knowing that there's a bat down there that can help contribute. But yeah, we'll see how this lineup is going to change as the season kind of moves along.
Curveball working at all. He was able to get through it, and he got some.
So here's Clement. Let's see what he can do.
Garcia. What a job by Garcia.
Pitch down in the dirt.
Let's see if Ernie Clement can get aboard to begin the 8th. Clement 1 for 2, had a base hit his last time up.
Nice little pitch in there.
It's Clement, Kiner, Falefa, and Kiermaier scheduled here in the 8th. And Valdez has a little support behind him. Ryan Presley has started to throw. Obviously, none of the high leverage relievers worked last night during the no-hitter.
This one driven down the left
Blanco.
side, just foul, and the ball boy almost bailing, almost wiping out.
It's interesting, though, the longer Valdez stays in the game, there's only one right-handed bat on the bench for the Blue Jays. That's Ryan Servant.
Whether it's baseball, whether it's hockey, you just like to have a lot of fun, have some jokes, have a good time
on the bench, but you're less likely, obviously, to see them with Valdez. If Presley were to come in, things could change.
So thanks for hanging out with us.
The timing of the move matters.
This one is going to be
popped. Here's one in the air to right center. And that's
easy catch there. That's not going to help the cause.
So if you're Joe Espada, you're saying, well, I'm going to leave Valdez right now for Kiner Falefa. I don't want to bring some of those lefties into the game, and it's not like Valdez needs any help right now.
No, he's been good. He's been very good. He's done a terrific job. He has 5 strikeouts. He's also induced 2 double plays.
These Blue Jays need some gummy bears to get them bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Kiner Falefa 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch, and he's reached on a fielder's choice.
See, that exact same pitch in the bottom of the last inning was called a ball. So again, a little lack of consistency seems to be a theme. This one is going to be swung at very slow road to third base.
And this will work very nicely for Isaiah Kiner Falefa. That'll be an infield hit.
Full swing bunt, if you'll call it. And KF is going to find himself on first base.
And he tapped that one right
so there we go. That's going to bring up Kevin Kiermaier.
Very slowly up the third baseline.
He is not hitting very well right now.
No play, so he wisely just picks it up. And
go for contact. Put this ball in play. Advance the base runner.
So the tying run is aboard with 1 out in the 8th. Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Kiermaier's going to swing at that way inside.
They've really kept the ball inside of Kiermaier throughout the course of this ball game. Even when he gets a breaking ball inside, he kind of swings over the top of it.
Bregman well in on the grass at third.
Kiermaier was going to lay down a bunt.
He was thinking about bunting and then danced out of the way. I think that was a 2-part
Jonathan,
move right
just
there.
be like, excuse me, I'm going to use the facilities.
Just pulled the bat back when he recognized there was going to be a ball inside, but he was thinking about bunting for sure.
Yeah, .71, 071 for Kiermaier.
Bregman in tight again. So a ball and a strike on Kiermaier. Kiner Falefa the lead at first.
And with Valdez being a lefty, it's tough to get a good lead off
2 and 1.
Base. Yeah, on it. That was insane. And outside, 3 and 1 now.
And nothing wrong with a walk if Kevin Kiermaier can work one right here.
Exactly.
Wheels are spinning in both dugouts right now, and Joe Spada's got Ryan Presley up. George Springer, right-handed batter, on deck. If Kiermaier can reach base, Presley's ready. And Springer has hit a home run against Ryan Presley in the past. Springer knows that Presley's always got that.
These guys are making me so
breaking
nervous.
ball, very good changeup as well.
With Springer on deck. His average is
3
also
balls and a
pretty
strike
low
on
right now. He's
Kiermaier.
0 for 3, so he's due. Pitch in there, first strike,
And
3
now
and 2.
full count.
3 and 2, 1
Do you
out.
think about starting the runner?
Yes, I would, just for the opportunity to get Springer at the plate and force their
I
hand.
heard Vaughn, yeah. Apparently it's cheaper
He's
than
not
ripping
going.
down the whole building. And this is
And
going to be a
it's
chopper to
chopped
second.
short. Pena
Flipped
the
over to
shallow
first, over to
Altuve,
first.
not in time at
Safe.
first.
They flipped it to
Kiermaier
second
aboard
and then
on the
tossed
fielder's
over to
choice.
first. So a fielder's choice.
And now you will force
For
their
Kiermaier,
hand with
that one
Springer
hurts.
coming to the plate. George is
Doesn't
looking
advance
into
the runner, so now
Astros
we got
dugout
one
right
on
now to
with
see
2
if
out.
Joe Espada's going to make a move, and here he comes.
And another pitching change. So Valdez's day is done after throwing only 85 pitches. So a nice outing here for Valdez. So yeah, Vaughn, I heard they thought about kind of tearing the whole thing down, but apparently replacing the roof is a much cheaper alternative than tearing down the whole building, which I'm happy to hear. I hope they end up using it for something. The cat still... I'm going to have words with this cat. Yeah. Kiermaier's got to figure it out. He's got to get himself going. Got to get himself going. And it's frustrating, right? This, you know, we talk about the bottom of the lineup. Right now, the only person who's playing well, you know, is Tanner. Tanner hitting 350. Clement is at 267. He has a hit today. KF has a hit today. He's at 286. But they're just not able to score runs, right? They're getting bodies on base. Turner, he's 3 for 3 today. 3 for 3. I mean, that's wild. And he's still, nobody can bring him home. So we'll have to see with the pitching change coming up. Houston 1 out away from bringing this to the bottom of the 8th inning. Thank you, Mojo. I appreciate that. If you're just coming in, you're brand new, thanks for joining us here today. We appreciate having you for our first Blue Jay stream of the year. Tomorrow night, we're back with doubleheader in the hockey arena. Leafs in Tampa Bay at 7 o'clock. And Oilers versus Dallas Stars at 9:30, or whenever we wrap up with the Blue Jays in Tampa Bay. I'm pretty sure both those streams are scheduled on the channel, so you could hop over and set a reminder on those for those hockey fans. All right, we're coming back.
Best closers
This
in
is
the
a
game.
big moment
I will
right
pitch
now.
the 8th
Ryan
inning for
Presley
you.
coming in. First pitch, swing and a miss by Springer. He
George
was
Springer.
ripping and
Kevin
ripping there.
Kiermaier's
Wow.
at first, 2 down in
My
the 8th
shoulder
inning, and the
hurts
Blue
just
Jays down
watching
1-0.
that swing.
Springer 0 for 3 on the night, 2 for 4 with a homer in his career against Presley.
Down in
Springer,
the
you
dirt.
mentioned 0 for 3 tonight. He's now
1-1.
6 for 48 against his former team. He just hasn't been able to get much going. But of those 6 hits, 4 are home runs.
Oh, nice, Texas. This one's going to
Lays off the breaking ball, 2-1.
maybe that's why. Excalibur,
Presley's got them
welcome
both,
in.
slider
How about
and a
them
curveball to go
Stars?
with the fastball as well. Occasional change.
Pitch coming in, reaching
And
for
here's
it.
one
Springer's
hit to
going
the
to hit
left
that to
side.
third.
Bregman's
Sharply
got
ball
it, and off
over to
the
first
run.
in
Rule for
time,
a
and
while.
Springer goes 0 for
And
4.
retire the side.
The Blue Jays
Onto the bottom of the 8th.
sit
Still
down.
1-0 Astros.
They leave another runner on base. So Jays, they're down to their final 3 outs, but first, a little pitching test. Houston needs to score an insurance run, or can the Blue Jays keep them at 1 run and take them down in the top of the 9th? It's going to be a very exciting close to this baseball game. What do you guys think? What are your predictions? Will the Jays be able to hold the Astros at 1 run and then come back in the top of the 9th? Or do you think the way they're playing, 1 run is enough for Houston? They should be able to take this one home. Yeah, big pitchers going back and forth. And, you know, it's funny because the pitchers have been okay. They haven't been lights out incredible, right? Which that's the funny thing is they've pitched well, but it's not unbelievable. Valdez, 5 strikeouts. That's respectable. Nothing wrong with 5 strikeouts. Barrows had 2 strikeouts. Usually you see in a pitcher's duo, pitcher lighten up 7, 8, 9 strikeouts, really on fire. These pitchers were okay, but they've driven a lot of ground balls, a lot of fly balls, and the fielders were able to make plays. So it's been a pretty average game all the way around. Gordon, how's it going? Welcome in.
Is when he had 6 innings plus a couple of batters and only allowed 1 run.
Yeah, he did a great job, and as you mentioned, he didn't have his A game together tonight, but he got 2 big
Will we go to extra innings?
And the only blemish on his outing was that Jose Altuve home run back in the 4th, only run of the ball game.
And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, you look out to the mound, and Jimmy Garcia is back out there. He got 3 outs, big outs.
Thank you so much for hitting those
in the bottom of the 7th.
Subscribes. I appreciate
John Schneider has sent him back out against the top of the order here in the 8th as he almost hits Jose Altuve with the first pitch.
And I want to make mention, check out our partners, the Florida Park
but that didn't miss by much.
They are down in the Florida theme park region, bringing you all the magic. They are a concierge service,
Garcia
so if you
go
need
out
merch or theme park treats, they are your hookup for all the good stuff.
It's a
Check them
1-run
out.
game. He was
Dave
efficient in the
Gianabella,
7th, so it all points to sending
Explorers.
Garcia back out there.
Everybody in this bullpen understands they've got to take on more of a load without Romano and
1 run might
Swanson.
be enough for the Astros to hold on. And no bias. There's a strike.
Both bullpens busy. Tim Meza's up.
Timmy Meza.
So
like
maybe
Meza.
Jimmy's just out for the
Meza's
1
fun.
batter, right? The 2 lefties are coming. Alvarez and Tucker.
There's
And there's Josh Hader getting ready for the top of the 9th.
Josh Hader warming up for the Stros. Oh, this is hit a ton.
Fly to left.
This is way back, and it's in the awkward part of the park. He caught it, but he dropped it. This is going to come in, and he's going to hold up.
And Altuve
He's going to hold up at second base. Altuve hit that a mile, but in the ballpark where it juts out and then it goes back, Schneider got caught on that corner where it juts out, and the ball kind of drifted in there, so he had to turn the corner and go deep in. I think he had it in his glove for a heartbeat, and then it popped out. I can't tell because he's down behind where that wall curves back in. Here's that extended camera. He's following the wall. Oh, he just missed it. He jumped up. He just missed it. Wow, what a shot. But that was very close to being out of the ballpark.
Especially for an infielder playing in left field in this tough ballpark.
So a very, very tough play for Schneider there. Having to go around that jagged corner. Yimi Garcia is done. He is on his way out. So the Blue Jays going to make another pitching change. My goodness. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they got beat bad by Montreal tonight. That was such a bizarre play. They were so close to putting that out of the ballpark, and it just that corner. What a weird design here in Houston. But Schneider was able to get there. He couldn't make the catch, but he was able to throw it in and at least hold the runner at second base. So we're going to get a pitching change coming up. Houston doing everything they need to do to set up for some insurance here. But that was hit a ton. A ton. And a good line for Altuve today. 3 at-bats, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 RBI, and a walk. Of course, he had that home run. What a nice day he's having. So let's see if we can bring him in. Alvarez is coming up. His average is a little low, 130. But just behind him is Tucker, who's hitting 318. So Blue Jays in tough yet again. Marios, what's going on? Welcome in. No runs again. At least this time, though, they do have some hits.
Office
All right, back from
Why not
commercial
leave
break.
work early and join us at the Rogers Center on a Wednesday, April the 10th.
Oh, Texas,
it's
it was a commercial break.
First pitch, the first
Pitching
work
change.
from Dome Day. Visit
pitching change coming up.
BlueJays.com/work-from-dome to learn more and buy your tickets today. Bottom of the 8th in a 1-0 game here. The Astros leading the Blue Jays. Tim Mesa going to make his 3rd appearance of the season.
Yeah, man, he's going to get 2 tough left-handers right out of the chute. Jordan Alvarez followed by Kyle Tucker. Nobody out,
On the flag
and
pole,
Altuve at second. Houston with a 1-0 lead.
Not yet, Vaughn. Not yet. Tomorrow will be the day. First pitch, and this is crushed. Stay fair, stay fair. Go foul, go foul. It's in the park, and a nice catch there by Springer. Altuve is going to tag up and slide into third base. So a deep fly ball.
Yeah, Mesa got hit on his hands just a bit, enough to keep him from extending, and it was a fly ball, but deep enough for Altuve to tag and move over to third, and that's going to put pressure
Astros
on
with a
the
runner on
defense now.
third down, 1 out.
By the way, for those who haven't heard,
what's going on?
Cabrera, the suspension was reduced from 3 to 2 games beginning tonight. So they're without him tonight and tomorrow. And so Mesa is the lone lefty in the pen right now. And a strike was called because Kyle Tucker was not ready, and now John Schneider's coming out. He's bringing Davis Schneider into the infield. The Blue Jays are going to go 5 infielders here, it looks like.
What?
I believe. Yeah, he keeps motioning to Schneider.
What is
Davis,
happening
come on
here?
in. They're going to go 5 infielders.
Yeah, it's interesting because they called the strike on Tucker, and now Schneider's going to get his infielder's glove from the bat boy. And Schneider, John, the manager, is going to deploy Davis Schneider. So Davis Schneider looks like he's going to play on the second base side of the bag, along with IKF.
So this is something you don't see every day. They pulled Schneider in. They're going with 2 fielders now.
One side or the other. And IKF now is telling him you got to be. You can't be directly behind Mesa because that doesn't make any sense. You got to give
5 infielders and 2 outfielders. Look at this bizarre setup here.
He's got to move a little bit more to his left.
Carlos Fabulous is giving them instructions as well from the dugout. This is something you'll occasionally see when a run ends the game. You don't often see it in this situation where it would be an add-on run.
1-1 the count now. Of course, that first strike was because Tucker was not ready in the allotted time.
Springer's in right center, just 2 outfielders.
Pitch coming in, it's
Check
low.
Swing, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Of course, there's only one
and
out
lost in
right
the shuffle
now.
was that Tucker wasn't ready in time, so he started to get back with an 0-1 count.
Craig, what's going on? Down low, 3-1 now.
So it'll get interesting.
So it's going to change the whole dynamic if he walks him here.
And Bregman comes up. Then do they send Schneider back to the outfield?
Yes, they will. And get more traditional for a double play, I would think.
Here's the 3-1. It's going to be low. He walks him.
Didn't throw him a strike.
So they bring in Mesa. Mesa cannot find the strike zone.
But didn't throw him a strike, and now Schneider is jogging over to the Blue Jays.
Schneider is going to run, and he's going to switch his infield glove to his outfield glove, and he's going to make his way out. It's a good thing Schneider's in pretty good shape. Having to
Chad
run back
Green
and
and
forth
Nate
like
Pearson
this.
both have been throwing.
The Jays have
Let
Nate
me see
Pearson
why
and
they
Chad Green
go back
warming
to a
up.
traditional setup defensively
Bizarre
because you
turn of
have
events
the
here in this
advantage,
inning.
lefty
Very
on lefty.
interesting strategy
You expect there to be
by the
weak
Blue Jays.
contact
Now
if
they go
Tucker
back
was
to
given
their
a strike and Mason
4
just couldn't throw a
infielders and
strike.
3
So now you set
outfielders.
up more traditionally.
Pitch coming in on
There's
the
a strike
corner
to
gets
Brightman.
that call.
Strike.
This one's going to be popped up.
And this one is popped
Skied.
up on the infield.
Kirk is under it. Kirk is looking. He throws the mask, makes
and
the
catch
catch.
made by Kirk.
And he's going to hold the
for a big
runners.
second out.
Nice job. So 2 outs. That takes away the fly ball for a tag up. Tim Meza had a career
I'll tell
year
you
in
another thing that
23.
Tim Meza is doing,
Yeah.
and maybe it's what they
He
feel is
was
best for the
exciting to
matchups,
watch.
but his fastball velocity has not been where it normally is.
All
and
right,
he is
so we
throwing
got 2
a
outs
ton of
on the
sliders
board.
right now.
2 outs.
He's thrown 6
one
pitches
more.
in this game, Buck. They've all been
Meza
sliders.
trying to get out of this.
Yeah,
2
and
runners
now
on for the
John
Astros.
Snyder is coming out of the dugout and he goes to the home plate umpire and he's going to make a pitching change because Bregman was the 3rd batter he faced, so now he can go to Chad Green. So
Meza's
Timmy
shaking
Meza
his head.
and Jimmy Garcia both doing
He's not
terrific
happy.
jobs
He's kinda
so
saying
far.
what gives.
Now
He
it's up to
comes
Chad Green to continue that.
So another pitching change here for the Blue Jays, as they're pulling out all the stops to get out of this inning to try and hold the Astros at just 1 run. And I hope the bats of the Blue Jays will speak as much as the manager is here, shuffling things around, trying to defensively make some plays. But when the Blue Jays get this last out, they will be down to their last 3. And they'll be looking to do something. The Jays have put a lot of runners on today, but they haven't been able to bring any of them home, and that's been the problem. We should be, if memory serves me correct, we'll be at the heart of our lineup. It'll be Guerrero Jr., Bichette, and Turner coming up. Turner is 3 for 3 today. Guerrero is 0 for 3. Bichette is 1 for 3. And then, of course, Schneider is 0 for 3 as well. He's coming up right after Turner. So our bats are coming up where we'd want them to be. Our hitters are coming up, our good hitters. So hopefully it's a sign that the Blue Jays can actually make something happen. But they have certainly struggled a lot in this game with getting runners in. Like I said, they've had 7 hits today. 7 hits. They had a chance to score early on in this game. Turner hit a double, his first double of the game. Bichette, going from second, tried to score, and he was thrown out at the plate. A very close play, but the catcher for the Astros did a great job blocking the plate and getting the tag down on Bichette. So we're going to see how this one is going to play out.
Pete Walker right now. He is yelling at the home plate umpire, Chad Fairchild. And not sure exactly what it is. This started during the pitching change when Chad Green was on his way in from the bullpen. Not sure what this is.
Yeah,
Certainly
I don't
is,
have any
Craig.
clue, but he was hot. Something.
Well, Kyle Tucker standing at second base. Maybe Tucker took off and play was still live. I don't know exactly. Like he walked and then Bregman fouled out, but Kyle Tucker standing on second base right now.
How is Tucker at second base?
Maybe that has something to do with it. However he got there, he's there
something
right now.
happened. Tucker finds his way to
down
second base. We
for
have no idea
Diaz.
how. I'm not sure what happened because they went to commercial for the pitching change.
I mean, did he just take off after Kirk caught the ball? And just kind of snuck over to second. He got there somehow.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. To pop up to Kirk, and he must have tagged in advance, but everybody was focused on Kirk. I don't think.
But Kirk, when he made that catch,
honestly,
he turned and checked the runners, and they
I would
weren't
assume
running.
that has something to do with what Pete Walker is yelling about. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Diaz, who has grounded
So that's
out,
an
doubled and walked.
interesting call that was made there. I'd love to know what happened. Pitch down low, 2-2. If
Let's
you're
take a
just
look.
joining
Watch
us,
Kirk
oh, here's
catch
a
the
replay.
ball. And where's Tucker?
Tucker's not running.
There's Tucker right there. And
So Kirk made the catch. He turned to check the runner. He was not running. The play was dead. And then he somehow trotted to second base.
And now, as we were in the replay, the inning has come to an end as Altuve got caught
So
too far
Altuve gets picked off at
down
third
the line,
base.
and
Altuve
Kirk
gets
throws
picked off
behind him
at
to
third
Clement
base.
at
Jays
third. Now Altuve
get out of
makes
the
his
inning. They
second
get out
big
of
mistake
that
of this.
trouble. They're going to go to a commercial break. We are going to top of inning number 9. All kinds of drama going on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Wow, we've seen so many bizarre plays in this game today. You know, first we saw the base runner get hit by the ball and called out. CeeLo, what's going on, brother? Welcome in on the go with CeeLo, home of NASCAR and Atlanta Braves baseball. Got to check out my man CeeLo. But such a bizarre play. And then here in this inning, Kirk makes the catch, check the runner. He's not running. The play is dead. And then somehow Tucker is allowed to take second base. Don't know what's happening there. Lane, what's going on? Welcome in. Appreciate it. Welcome in the clan. Thank you for hitting that like. This has been a very bizarre game. It's been a fun game, but it's all down to the 3 outs remaining. Astros trying to shut out the Blue Jays for back-to-back days. The Jays trying to answer that with their bats. Guerrero, Bichette, and Turner all coming up. But this, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm going to have to really kind of see what the experts say about that play. I'm still not sure how Turner ended up on second base. Obviously, it's not a big deal because with the pickoff, inning is done. But if the Astros would have put that ball in play and scored a couple of runs, there would have been uproar out of the Blue Jays bench. It would have been interesting to see what they say. All right, here we go. Top of inning number 9.
Inning, and Jose Altuve
make it rain
too far down
or
the line.
go home,
Kirk
or at least go to the
hotel. It is
hotel.
1-0 Astros top
Here
of
we
the
go.
9th, and here is one of the
coming
best
in.
in the game, and Josh
The
Hader,
3.0 ERA.
38 saves with the Padres last
He's
year,
been in
struck out
3 games
85
this
in 56
season.
and a third. He has struck out 7 in 3 innings so far this year.
Here's the pitch to Vladdy. He's going to swing at the first pitch.
Guerrero Jr. to lead
Skying
off
it
the
back
9th,
up, and that's going to fade into the
going to
crowd.
wind up in the seats.
Vladdy reaching
One
for a
more
lot of
look
pitches
at what
today.
happened with Jose Altuve. A delayed situation, and I don't know what, he was 30 feet off the bag when Kirk was holding the ball.
He was hoping that Kirk was going to flip it back to the pitcher, and you could see he's made a couple of mistakes.
Pitch can be outside, 1-1.
He got hit by a ground ball running from second to third. That ended the inning.
Vladdy going to drive that into left field, base hit. There it is. Make contact, get on the base.
The tying run is aboard.
So Vladdy is on. That's going to bring up
Bo.
Bo.
Games sweep at the hands
Bo
of the
does
Yankees.
have a hit today.
The Astros had the lead
He
in all 4
returns after
games.
some
The
neck
bullpen
spasms.
couldn't hold those leads, and maybe
And
Blue
again,
Jays can
don't
get
have to be
something going
fancy.
here in the ninth.
You don't have to drive it over the fence and win this with a swing of a
One-run
bat.
game.
Or take the lead with a swing of the bat.
The batter is Bo
Put it in
Bichette,
play.
1 for 3.
Bo's set. He's going to step in. Big cut. Bo was
Hader
swinging
with
for the
hard
fences there.
fastball.
Come
that
on,
was the
Bo.
nasty slider. He throws the fastball about 75% of the time, the slider about 25%, and each on its own is a pretty elite pitch when he is on.
Yeah, and he really
That's right, no double
hides the
play
baseball
either.
very
Had enough of
well.
those.
He turns his back to the hitter. And it's
Another
tough to
big
find it
swing
coming
by
out of his
Bichette.
hand.
Come on. Swinging, golfing those way down low. Lane coming in to the rookie squad. Lane, thank you so much for joining the membership
5-year,
team.
$95 million
Much appreciated.
contract.
Let's get some stick taps for Lane. Bichette is going to drive this
Foul
one
ball.
foul.
Now, you're supposed to save these games. 1-0 game. One of the premier closers in all of baseball. He took a long time to sign, but that's what he's here for. And I'll see if they Blue Jays can't break the hearts of the Astro fans.
Bo chases up high, fouls that one back again.
Foul ball.
This is Bichette's first time facing Josh Hader.
Onyx giving baseballs tonight. Love it. 0-2 the count. Pitch coming in. He chases another one
He's
down.
hanging in there. Bo hasn't played for a couple of days after dealing with that stiff neck. But there haven't been many Blue Jays that have
swinging
faced
that bat
Hader.
real hard. He needs to ease up a little.
Turner's on
Drive
deck.
it in
He
for a
has
single.
the most at bats against Hader, but he's 0 for 6.
Guerrero the lead.
Bo
And a grounder
hits it
to
right
short.
into a double
Pena
play.
to
Exactly what you didn't need to do. Bo Bichette, the one thing you didn't
That
need
is the
to do.
third double
I
play
would
the
have
Blue
rather
Jays
you
have hit into
struck out.
tonight.
You don't hit that into a double play.
This is a textbook double play.
My
6,
goodness.
4, 3.
Can we call a mulligan?
Hader makes a
Can we
good
have him
pitch,
do it
and
again?
now
The
Justin
Jays are
Turner,
down to
the
their last
hope for the
out.
Blue Jays.
And it's going to be Turner.
Turner's
Turner,
had quite an interesting game.
he's gone
hasn't he?
3 for 3 today.
The Blue Jays in jeopardy of getting shut out for the second
Oh,
game
my
in a row.
goodness.
Obviously, we're no hit last night. So again, they have scored 17 runs in their 2 wins this year. They have a total of 3 runs in the other 4 games.
Feast or famine. Got to get a little more consistency.
You can't fault this guy. He's 3 for 3 with a couple of doubles tonight.
I mentioned he has 6
All right,
at-bats
Turner.
against Josh
No
Hader.
pressure.
He's 0 for 6 with
It's
4
all up to you.
strikeouts.
Schneider is due up after Turner if he can get on base. Outside.
Slider, and he gets the call. 0-1.
You gotta be kidding me. We talk
Everything
about
that
bad
he's hit
umpire
tonight has been
calls.
down in the zone.
This is one that was outside
Hader's going to throw that
by quite a
slider
bit,
down
and he
in the
gets
zone.
called strike. Oh my goodness! Another one way
Just up and
outside.
away with that one. A ball
That
and a
one
strike.
he doesn't call a strike. Make up your mind, umpire. Is it or isn't it? Sheesh. Pitch outside
Fastball
again.
away, 2-1.
Same spot. 2-1. 2 outs. Bet he's going to go right back. He's probably going to go inside.
7 hits aside, 1-0
3
Astros.
pitches
Top 9.
to
The
the
Blue
outside.
Jays down to their final
See if
out.
he goes inside. No, he's going down in the dirt. 3-1 now. Not giving Turner much to look at.
And Turner extended. Get Davis Schneider to the plate.
So where are they going to go? Outside again, they're going to walk him.
4. They got a base runner with 2 down.
So Turner goes to first.
Will they run for Turner? And it sure looks like it. Here comes Dalton Varsho out of the dugout.
Varshow's
He's going to run for
come
Justin
on for Turner, which means
And Turner obviously
he's
going to
look
great
to
night.
steal
Been on base all
second.
4 times, pair of doubles or
But if you're going to run, you got to get a good jump.
Against Framber Valdez,
Schneider's
comes
coming
off
up.
the bench.
Schneider is 0 for 3 today.
So the tying run at first once again. Now with 2 outs in the 9th, and the batter is Davis Schneider.
So a lot of strategy going on in these
A
last 2
terrific night for Justin Turner. 2 doubles, a single, and a walk. Davis Schneider 0 for 3.
2 strikeouts and a ground out for Schneider. Pitch coming in down
Slider
in the dirt.
in the dirt for ball 1.
And of course, with Hader being a lefty,
Varsho had a pretty good
Varshow's
look
got to
at
be
Hader
careful on that
on
jump.
that first
Can't
pitch,
kinda
and
take
Hader
too
held
big of
the
a
ball.
stretch.
Just trying to
And Texas is on
freeze
the edge of his seat,
Varsho at
waiting,
first base.
waiting. Here's the pitch coming in. This one there,
Pulls it
tagged
foul.
but foul.
Man, heck of
Good
a
turn
game.
on that one by
Blue
Schneider.
Jays bullpen has done a terrific job keeping it a 1-0
Just
game.
poked it
Jose
foul.
Barrios was terrific on a night that he didn't have his great stuff.
1-1 again, 2 outs. Jays down to their last out.
Varsho's running.
This is tagged.
Schneider hits one high and deep to
Could
left
it go
center.
to the wall?
And
It's out of here. Home run.
He hit it out.
Schneider, get out of Dodge. Holy
And Davis
smokes.
Schneider has given the Blue Jays the lead.
The
in
Jays
top of
take the
ninth.
lead.
What a moment for
Wow.
Davis Schneider.
Schneider, crank that soldier boy. Holy moly.
What a terrific
A turn of
at-bat
events.
for Davis
Top of the
Schneider.
ninth, the
Second
Jays
home
take
run
the
already in
lead.
season. And he
Kirk
absolutely
is still up
crushed that.
with 1 out to go.
High above the fence in left
What a
center.
shot.
I don't know about you, Buck. You know, it's pretty well known that Schneider can struggle with fastballs up in the zone.
he jumped
Hader
on
threw him a slider. It's the second one he threw him in the at-bat, and it was down. And, I mean, that's Davis Schneider's happy zone right there.
Well, Hader works down with his fastball as well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's you know, he
There
just
goes
felt like
Lanny
he was
going off
trying
with
to
those
get it in
rockets.
off the
That
plate,
was a
and
rocket.
he left
I
it
mean,
out
that
over the
was a
plate and
shot.
right in the wheelhouse from Davis Schneider's. Oh, what a play swing.
Holy
He
cow!
hit it a mile high and far.
Kirk is going to hit this one
Now,
to third.
Alejandro
He's going to
Kirk
get
with a
thrown
ground
out.
ball
That's
to
gonna do it.
third.
We're going to
And
the
the
bottom
side
of the
is
ninth,
retired
where
with
the
the Blue
Blue
Jays down to
Jays
their final
have the
out.
first
Yeah.
lead of the game. The Jays are up 2-1. And we're going towards the bottom of the lineup, but first the Jays have to deal with Diaz, who's hitting 450. It's going to be Diaz, followed up by Abreu and McCormick. So this game is not over yet. My goodness. Dallas, that was unbelievable. What a shot. That's right, Lane. It ain't over yet. I mean, this game has had it all. Unbelievable. I don't even know if they have anyone warming up in the pen right now. So we'll have to see what the Jays end up doing, who they're going to come back with. I mean, that was just unreal. Unreal. Let me see. So Green was the last pitcher that came in to close out the last inning. I can't imagine he's going to stay in for the ninth. So let's see what the Jays do here.
Against one of the best in baseball, Davis Schneider got a hold of a middle slider. Hader had a bad feeling about it right off the bat. It was tough to tell.
Never going to
But
complain
Schneider,
again.
as it turns out, got plenty. Boy, he's strong. That got out of here by a good margin. What a moment for him. He is now out of the game. Dalton Varsho has stayed in the game and left. So Chad Green, the pitcher, is in Schneider's spot right now, but they keep Varsho, a better defender, with the game out and left as the Blue Jays take a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, Varsho came in as a pinch runner for the DH. He takes over defense, so that means Green's in that DH spot. But how about the Astros? They lost all 4 games to the Yankees when they had a lead in all 4
I'm
games,
so
and they've had a lead right up into the ninth until that 2-run home run. Now Chad Green will try to close things out.
5, 6, 7 for
All right,
the
here
Astros.
comes Green.
beginning with
Let's see
Yainer
it.
Diaz, who was 1 for 2 with a walk.
And remember, Jose Altuve got picked off third in the bottom of the 8th to end the inning by the catcher.
What a turn of events.
2
Gonna
balls, no
miss 2
strikes.
balls now.
Green came in to face Diaz in the 8th, and it was with Diaz at the plate when Altuve got picked off.
Misses
There's
again.
a slider
3-0
that misses
now
just
to
down and
Diaz.
away, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, Onyx, very excited.
Jose Abreu on deck.
Yeah, that
3-0
one's fouled
green
back.
light, and he fouls it back.
Yeah, you're going to give him the green light in that situation. He's
The 8th and 9th innings were unbelievable. All the strategy and all the changing, and the Blue Jays popping off. 2-run shot to take the lead in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. Pitch coming in.
And a ground ball.
Bichette makes a nice play. He's going to flip it over. Vladdy can't dig it.
And Vladdy can't pick it on a hop. And safe at first is Diaz as the throw skips by Guerrero.
This has happened a number of times between Bichette and Guerrero, where Bichette makes a play on the run. And Vladdy cannot dig it out.
And just couldn't get his body turned around. He has a long way to get it, grabs it, and his throw is short of the mark. Vladdy tried to swipe it, and it slipped under his glove. Infield hit, and now there's a pinch runner at first base.
Jake Myers is running for Diaz. Jose Abreu is the batter.
Pitch runner. All kinds of changing.
And actually, Buck, they have given an error to Bo Bichette on that play.
Stefan, is that how it's pronounced? Welcome in.
Tough play. He went a mile to get to the ball.
Pitch on the outside.
And again, Green falls
Misses
behind.
again. 2-0.
It's 2-0 on Abreu.
Green's got to make some pitches here.
A very good double play candidate if you can get him to hit the ball on the ground.
Outside again, 3-0.
3-0 to the second batter in a row.
Houston very patient, not chasing, which is different from Blue Jays. Blue Jays chased a whole lot.
Chas McCormick next.
Here's the 3-0. That's going to pick up a strike. 3-1.
This is only the second appearance of the season for Chad Green. He threw 16 pitches on Sunday.
Abreu sitting back being very, very patient.
Myers the lead.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Another full count here.
Green just staying
just
away
coming in. Welcome in. Make sure you do hit
that
that thumbs up for us. Hit that subscribe. No, it's down here. Hit that subscribe as well. 22 subs away from
the first base coach, giving a little information to Myers, the pinch runner.
Everybody for the
being
support.
held on by Guerrero. He is not running. And it's pop foul out of play.
Foul again.
He picked a good time to get that fastball inside. 96 right in inside corner. Blue Jays have turned 2 double plays tonight. There have been 5 in total in the ball game.
3-2 again.
Swing and a miss. He got him.
1 down.
Strike 3, you're out.
Well, he went back to that
nice
slider,
pitch.
and
Able
this has
to
always been
sit him
a terrific
down. Wow.
pitch for Chad Green. Put it in a good spot. He was trying
Thank you
to
so
throw
much
it a
hitting
little
that
harder
subscribe.
all spring
Really,
long. That
really
last one,
appreciate it.
87
Welcome
miles
to
an
the
hour
channel
was
and the
good
community.
depth.
Here comes
Guy with all
McCormick.
kinds
He's
of
1
high
for 2 today
leverage
with a single and
experience,
a walk.
postseason experience with the Yankees over the years.
1
Here's
out,
Chas
1 on.
McCormick.
Pitch coming in. This is
Cutting
going
the
to be
foul
driven
back.
back. Foul.
You can see from the velocity that Chad Green is all the way back. Tommy John surgery, rehabbed, made a dozen appearances with the Blue Jays last year.
2 more to go.
96 is there, or maybe a little above his typical velocity.
B. Disney says, I just want
Runners
to climb
going.
the leaderboard with points.
Going
for second, throwing over. Big goof up.
And the tag, no, they missed the tag, but he's out of the baseline.
The runner
so
going to steal
out.
second base,
Myers
trips and falls halfway between first and second. The throw comes down. The Jays go to apply the tag. He dances around it, but he goes off the base path. So he's called out.
A couple of them. Watch this. He just stumbles and falls flat.
He blasts off running so hard he just completely falls.
The tag on him. Wow.
Blue Jays catch a break. So many bizarre situations occurring in today's game.
Just got ahead of himself.
Blue Jays
There's been some
1
weird stuff
out
in this
away.
game, and it's always benefited the Blue Jays. Couple of Altuve plays. Now Myers falls down.
What a
So two
strange
down and the
play.
base is empty, and it's Chas McCormick at the plate as he takes down and away.
2-1 now, 2 outs. We're here in the bottom of the ninth. It's 2-1 Blue Jays. Stealing
The
is bad,
scoreboard
don't
in
steal.
the
He learned his
ballpark
lesson
says
there.
1-1, but it is 2-1 on McCormick. Now it is
Pitch down low,
3-1.
3-1. Again, Green throwing everything to that low and away side. 3-1 is the count, 2 outs.
No, it's 2-2. So the pitch that Kirk caught before he threw down, the home plate umpire, Chad Fairchild, just signaled it's 2-2.
So they're changing the count
corrected
now.
The scoreboard here. There was confusion on the pitch where Kirk threw down.
Now it's 3-2. All right,
3-2.
another full count. Holy moly, good golly, Miss Molly. 3-2, full count, 2 outs.
With 2 down and the base is empty in the bottom of the ninth.
This is hit
And a
hard.
fly ball to left.
Going
It's
back.
not deep. Here comes Varsho.
Varsho
And
makes
Blue
the
Jays
catch.
win this
And the
game.
Blue Jays pick
Green
up
gets it done
the
in the
victory.
ninth inning.
A huge game.
Davis Schneider, the hero
A bizarre
of the night
game,
with the home run
but it's Schneider.
of Josh Hader. As
Schneider with that 2-run shot in the Blue Jays take this one home. Unbelievable. Wow. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us here today. The line for the Blue Jays goes 2 runs in the ninth inning. They had 2 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. Houston scored their run in the fourth, 1 run on 7 hits. Green is going to get the win coming out of this, and this was so bizarre. I want to thank everybody for hanging out and watching along with us. Lane, welcome to the membership squad. Appreciate it very, very much. We are back tomorrow with double header. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're going to be going against the Edmonton Oilers. My goodness, they're game 1. Game 2 is going to be the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. So get some sleep. It's going to be a late one tomorrow. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Thank you all so much for everything. Appreciate it. Thank you, mods. Thank you again to Lane. To those who found us and subscribed for the first time tonight, thank you. Welcome to the channel. We'll see you tomorrow. Go Jays, go. Great win. They go to 3-3. See you real soon.
It's a mac and spread.
Watch it. Samwelb experience.
You're watching the Samwelb 12 experience.